Tonight on Cinema Rewind, this just in. We've got many reports from all over the country that our military are out right now fighting the undead. Now, if you see the undead outside your home, do not panic, do not worry, just take shelter. Turn on any electronic device, your television, iPad, cellular phone. Go to youtube.com/face the movies and tune in for the Cinema Rewind episode. Grab some snacks, some drinks, and let's survive the undead invasion together. Stay tuned.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it.
They're coming. Look. Look, there's one of them now. He wants you. He knows we're here. It's too late now. There's no escape.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to Cinema Rewind, the series where we rewind the films that terrified us, thrilled us, and defined horror for generations. We're digging up the dead tonight, and they're hungrier than ever with the 1990 remake of The Night of the Living Dead, brought by George A. Romero's classic. Back to life and updated effects, new characters, and a whole new take on a survivor horror. I am GC, the host of Face the Movies and the Friday Night Fright Night podcast. This is episode 15. So as I mentioned, we're returning to the grave to discuss the 1990 remake. Very controversial movie. Some people hated it, some people loved it, but tonight we're going to figure out which one's which. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Jordan from the Movie Den, not to be mistaken by the Movie Room, and Steven from After Hours Video. And tonight we're joined by a very special guest. You've seen him before, Kyle from Kyle's Movie Collection. If you watch the Criterion Roundtable, he was a guest and awesome dude. So excited to have him on here and talk all things the undead. So guys, thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. Let's dig in. All right.
What's happening, man?
What's up, Steven?
Ready to take on the living dead?
Absolutely. They're coming to get you, Steven.
Oh, they're going to call me Barbara.
Barbara.
Like, don't disrespect me like that.
Jordan, what's up, buddy?
What's up, GC and Barbara?
And Barbara. We're gonna change his handle to Barbara. And as always, we've got a special guest, like I mentioned. Kyle, welcome aboard, brother.
Hello, happy to be here.
Dude, so excited to have you on here, man. Now, let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's go ahead and check the chat first before we get started. I do see we have our usual Pee-Pee Dangler here. What's up, brother?
Dangler.
What's up, man?
Thank you for joining us. Pre-ordered already. Awesome. You should be getting your purchase, I think, by next week, depending when you ordered it. But it should be coming out next week.
I'm so excited.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. We got Alexander. Hey,
What's up,
Alexander. Thank you for joining us. No. Alexander's infected, guys. We've already got it. Alexander says, This remake is one of my favorites. Barbara is less passive compared to the OG and so badass. Oh, absolutely. We're definitely going to talk about that. And now I do want to do a quick synopsis for whoever hasn't seen this movie. Yesterday was my first time watching it. So I'll update you. Nothing much has changed compared to the original, but this movie was released in 1990. Night of the Living Dead is a modern remake of the George A. Romero's groundbreaking, 1968 film, directed by Tom Savini, the legend himself, and written by Romero himself. The film updates the story for a new era while keeping its claustrophobic terror intact. The movie follows Barbara, Patricia Tallman, who finds herself trapped in a farmhouse alongside a group of survivors as the dead rise from their graves. Among them is Ben, which played by the great Tony Todd, a strong and resourceful leader, and Harry Cooper, which is played by Tom Towles, a stubborn survivor who clashes with the group. As tensions rise inside the farmhouse, the horde of the undead grows outside. The film explores themes of fear, survival, and human conflict. A little bit of human stupidity as well, with shocking twists and a bold new ending that sets it apart from the original. Now, spoiler warning, from this point forward, we'll be discussing major plot points. So if you haven't seen the new one and you do want to check it out, I'd say pause it now and come back to watch the recording. However, if you've seen the original, it's pretty much nothing too much changes, obviously, except a modern take, some different actors. But there are going to be different character arcs and an ending of the Night of the Living Dead. So if you haven't seen it yet, again, pause now. And if not, please don't get mad at us because we're about to spoil the hell out of this movie. Now, as always, I want to start us with a nice little icebreaker. We're going to start with the fun one and then jump into the serious one. And Kyle, I'm going to start with you, brother. You're our honored guest, so I'm gonna hit you with this one first, and we'll go around the horn.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, if you were trapped in that farmhouse with us, who's the first person you'd be throwing outside?
Kyle, be cool, man.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I feel like the right answer would be I would sacrifice myself for the betterment of the group, but I don't know.
You're a noble man, sir.
You are. Now, Jordan, who are you sacrificing?
Ooh. Who do I think can put up a better fight? GC or Steven or Kyle? That's a good question. I'm gonna go with man, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go with GC. Sorry, you're going.
Damn. You sacrificed me.
I'd have to sacrifice you because Kyle, you seem smart, you know what you're doing. Steven, you've seen so many of those so many movies, especially the old Giallos and all the different zombies. I feel like you're smart enough to fight off and know what to do.
I'm well equipped.
And GC, you're the weakest link.
I'm
sorry.
You know what it is? I know what it is. It's because of old age. He saw some of the grays, and he's like,
"Don't worry, we'll take care of."
Look, he eventually was going to go first anyway. So,
damn.
No,
Damn.
I had to pick GC just because I had to pick somebody, and I didn't want to go out this time.
You know what? I respect it. What about you, Steven?
Don't worry, guys. I'll take him on myself. I got you guys covered.
What a noble guy, you know. Jordan.
I'll try to get.
You guys are so nice.
I'll try to get us like a truck or something. Get us out of here.
Man, who would I sacrifice? That's gonna be a hard one.
He's gonna be like Jordan.
No, it's a hard one because true. It's like everybody in here has the knowledge of the undead, right? We all have the experience. I will say though, I might have to pick Jordan, and the only reason why, it's because I don't know. You know what? His favorite horror franchise is Halloween. And if he would have said Nightmare on Elm Street, it would have been different. But I don't know.
In all actuality, I'd be fine running out there because just like Barbara, she's like, just go out there. Like, yeah, they're walking. They're fine.
Yeah.
No, and this scenario is funny because it's true. It's like nobody really has to be sacrificed. It's not like 28 days later. It's just more of they're kind of just wobbling around, and we could just run around them. But it's always funny to throw stuff like that in there.
You slip up, man, they'll get you.
They will. And now
True.
I'm gonna throw in the serious question. Now that the room's divided, does the 1990 remake add anything to the new Romero's original, or does it weaken the legacy? Kyle, we'll start with you once again.
That's a great question. I don't know, because I still don't know how I feel about the 1990 remake. So I wouldn't say it weakens the legacy, but it wouldn't, like, it also doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't add anything. It's just kind of like a neutral, at least how I see it. But
Yeah. No, that's a good point. It's true. It's like kind of just balanced. Like it changes nothing, it doesn't worsen anything. It's there. It exists in that universe. What about you, Jordan?
There is something I think it's hard because I think the original is my favorite out of the two. I think it's, a perfect film. But when I watch it, I remember I enjoy the added gore effects. I mean, Tom Savini, it's his film, so it's going to have that. And I do appreciate that. And that's definitely a departure from, Romero's version of the film, which was even them walking around. I mean, you didn't see anything. They really didn't do a lot to them. And this one, them just walking around, they look disgusting. There's definitely some added effects there, which I do appreciate. But I'm kind of on the same camp as Kyle. Like, I think it's kind of its own thing. It doesn't really add or take away. The only thing I would say is I do appreciate the added effects to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about you, Steven?
I think after rewatching this, because it had been a while, but it feels like this definitely gave me a deeper appreciation for the original. Obviously, that laid down the groundwork for what we get with this one. I think the one thing that really stood out to me was their approach with Barbara compared to the original, where I felt like it worked in that setting. She's obviously a little bit more helpless. In this, like by the end of the movie, she's like very like weathered, seasoned when it comes to like her experience. And kind of going back to what Jordan was saying, that Savini, being behind the camera definitely takes this like up a notch as far as like the gore and the special effects. So I think, like I'm a sucker for anything that Savini does. So maybe that's me being a little bit biased, but I can really appreciate this on its own.
You're a Savini whore, just like us.
First you call me Barbara, now this.
God, 2 insults. It won't be a third. No, I mean, you know what? I agree with all you guys when it comes to this remake. Yesterday was my first time watching it. Enjoyed it. I thought it was very interesting. I felt the difference between the original. I know that Alexander was talking about this in our chat here. Alexander was saying it's a better version of the film, where I will never be a fan of the way female characters were written in the older horrors. So the 90s gives us a less helpless, reliable Barbara plus Tony Todd. And I agree. That's one thing that really stood out to me. I think two of the main things were that Barbara, in the original movie, I could not stand the character for the majority of the film. I just felt like in a situation like that, I understand that what happened to her brother, but it's not like he was eaten alive in front of her. He bumped his head and she ran off. And I know I could understand the trauma behind it, but it was almost like even that point where she's leaning on the couch and just playing with the fabric of the couch. And it's just like this childlike traumatized state while everybody else is being productive and she's just there being hysterical and this and that. I just felt like she was too much of a damsel, and it just didn't feel too grounded. And also the way that that Ben's character in the original spoke to her compared to the modern one. I think also obviously the ending of the original compared to the modern one, where the modern one was more of a vengeful one, compared to the original was more of like it was an accident. They're like, oh, okay, they're like, oh, an undead, but the original was like, hey, like you came back, psych, So those are the two things that for me stuck out. Now, as far as for it adding or removing, I don't think it did anything either. I think that it modernized it. It changed the narrative just a little bit, obviously due to the social commentary, like the subtle social commentary behind it. But I don't think it took away from anything.
No, I don't think so. I feel like it definitely works for what it is, and
Yeah.
they're two very different approaches to obviously the same like overarching story. So for that, I mean, this is definitely the perfect way. I feel like with this movie to kind of kick off like the Halloween season.
Yeah.
We're like 44 days out now, so it seemed like an appropriate watch now at this point.
Oh, absolutely, man. And I mean, and it's like Jordan said earlier too, like the zombies, like the way they looked was fantastic. It was a lot more gorier. Obviously, we have the great Tony Todd, which is just such a legend, man. Like he did such a I had no idea this film existed. I was telling Kyle behind the scenes and getting to watch Tony Todd in action, like being young and seeing this movie was like, damn, this was really cool experience. And it's funny, yeah, because Alexander was like, it's my first time. I know I'm letting everybody down in the community tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
Did it meet your expectations, GC? Like for what you were thinking?
Dude, actually, so I went in expecting it not to be great based on a lot of comments of people saying that it wasn't the strongest and all that. And I guess going in with low expectations, I was very surprised. But again, the whole thing with Tony Todd, knowing that he's in there and knowing how great of an actor he was and everything that he did, I felt like, I mean, it can't be that bad if he's in it. Like, I'm sure at least he'll hold his own. And yeah, I wasn't disappointed at all. I thought it was interesting. And it's almost word for word from the original. Like I watched the original again today before this just to have everything fresh in my head. And it was like, yeah, it felt like I was like, damn, almost word for word.
I'll be interested, speaking of which, we obviously have like about a week till the 4K comes out. I
Yeah.
wonder how big of a difference that's going to be as far as like what Savini initially had envisioned versus what we've gotten all these years. I'll be really curious to see how different of a contrast that's going to be. And I don't know. It sounds like at least like what we got and what we've been watching all these years wasn't really close to what he had initially envisioned.
Yeah. It feels like it was a little toned down. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that it was like pretty held back, or
Which one? Sorry.
like the new one? Like when the new one came out, with the 1991 came out, do you think that the studios and everything, like they held back on making a little too gory compared to Savini's cut that's going to be coming out?
I'm sure they excuse me. I'm sure there's some, I don't, sorry.
He's
It's hard to
infected.
say.
He's getting choked up.
Yeah. It's hard to say because I wonder how much hand the studios had in it, because if I remember correctly, it wasn't a big major studio film.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm sure there's definitely going to be some extra gore, extra Savini touches throughout.
Yeah.
Who knows? There might be a whole nother side story to it. I don't know how much longer the new cut is.
Wasn't he planning on doing, if I recall correctly, he's planning on at least starting it off in black and white, and then it gradually turns into like the colored version that we see throughout the entire rest of the film, or I had heard something like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's like paying homage to the original.
Well, that's how this one does start. Like it's like the first, like I think the intro, like with the moon and everything, like it's black and white, and then you hear they're coming to get you, Barbara, and then out of nowhere you see them driving and it's all color.
I don't know. It sounded like in the uncut one that he's supposed to be releasing, it sounded like it was gonna be more drawn out. So if that's the case, it would be
Like
kind of interesting.
the whole cemetery scene.
That's what I was thinking. That I don't know. I think that
Yeah.
it's gonna be cool.
Oh, absolutely, man. Oh, we have Heroic Waffles.
What's up, Heroic Waffles?
What's going on?
What's up? And I agree, Alexander. Freaking the own host of the show just throw me out. I guess I'm not the final girl anymore. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Just going through the chat really quick.
No worries.
just catch up on all the. You just see, though, just incredible. And yes, lay the foundation for zombie films we have now. But Barbara, get your shit together.
Are either the original or even like the 90s remake, do you guys watch any of these on Halloween? Because I feel like the original I do.
I didn't watch the original on Halloween, but I definitely watch it like right around like that week of
Mhm.
Halloween.
I try to do like the whole month of October just watching like 31 horror movies, and most years I'd say Night of the Living Dead is slipped in there somewhere, but I usually save like a Halloween for Halloween.
For sure.
Do you Kyle pick any specific like genre in horror? Like do you like to stick mostly to like demon stuff or slashers or stuff like that, or like paranormal type films, or you kind of just sprinkle each one in within the 31 days?
Honestly, it's kind of like I started doing it like years ago, and I started some franchise in there, and so I started like the Leprechaun franchise, and so each year I've just been watching like the next one in line.
Oh, okay.
And so like I mean I've seen like all the Friday 13th, all the Nightmares, all the Halloweens, but like I also been like each year just been watching like the next one in line of those again. So it's kind of just like a mixture of everything at this point. But it's always one of my favorite like times a year where I can just have an excuse just to like watch some movies that have been sitting on my shelf too for just years that I've just never gotten around to it. But
it's fun to definitely, like you mentioned, the staples, right? You have like the Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. Like that's one thing for me for Halloween. Like I like to have those to watch, but then sprinkle in some new ones that I may have missed, or maybe some on the shelves, because I do have a few that I've still yet to check out. But it's always fun, man, with the staples. Like you cannot go wrong, especially now with that 4K of Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Like it's gonna be a fun Halloween for all of us.
Stop, man. It feels like an eternity till that comes out.
Oh, I know, man. Like I feel like 2 weeks cannot pass fast enough.
Did you guys pre-order it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the Amazon one.
I missed the
Same.
pre-order. Kind of sad.
No,
But
well,
they've had them popping up still. But I think that those are isn't that the one that's overseas? The UK one with the Blu-rays?
I saw the UK one, pop up, but so someday I'll add it or I'll find one. But
hell yeah,
dude. Well, I mean, hopefully, worst case, Amazon restocks, man, somehow, and I mean,
that's what they were saying.
Yeah, they'll do what Imprint did, and they'll add more of the like they did with the Halloween, that new set that they have. All of a sudden, we're gonna make some more for you guys.
To the point where now they're not even sold out.
Yeah.
I was actually just talking to my wife about that last night, where it's like, I feel like these companies, what they should do is like, be like, yeah, well, however many we make during the pre-order, like that's as many we're going to make. And then after that, we'll make like 5,000-10,000 more, but then that's it. And like, so it's like, if 10,000 people pre-order it, they'll make, just say 15,000 total. But like, I don't know why they don't just do that, because I feel like it's, especially for a set like that, I feel like they would just be printing money. But
for sure,
they're trying to build supply and demand type situation. They're trying to create the demand and urgency for it, so that way they could really ramp up the prices.
It feels like, I don't know about you guys, but it feels like kind of how it was with like the Beyond or Trick or Treat.
Yeah,
these movies where they set them up to be like, hey, you have to get them before they sell out. Or Reanimator, that was another one that I thought would sell out in a reasonable amount of time, and I feel like you still see copies of some of those still out in the wild.
Well, yeah, even Deadly Spawn, I think, was another one that they everyone thought it was going to sell out.
Jordan and I would like text each other back and forth every day about like, maybe today's that day. I should probably pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, finally we did.
Yeah,
dude, that happened with the box, the steelbook of the Night of the Living Dead. I think it's still sold out on Amazon. When I looked the other day, so even that pre-order is still like not there. I wonder. I mean, everybody I think pre-ordered this Savini one, so we'll see how that goes after it comes out. If they're going to add a few, or it's just going to be one of those like they'll release like a standard instead of a steelbook or something.
Were you guys surprised by the demand for this, for the 4K steelbook? or having this released.
It seemed like this one was talked about for a long time that a lot of people wanted, and so
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that it's sold out, or at least the pre-orders. But I am shocked that hasn't come back.
Yeah.
Which who's doing it? Does anyone remember who's actually putting it out?
That I don't know, but I thought it'd be a situation like with like the Saw steel books, because I was like super bummed because I thought those sold out, and then Jordan messaged me and he told me that they came back in stock. Thank God. So I picked those ones up.
Yeah, I'm checking now because I know it was a studio release, but
Because for some reason I thought it was Sony, but I probably am
PP
incorrect.
Dangler says Sony.
Yeah.
Thank you, PP.
He's our guy in the chair.
Yes.
So if in that case, I feel like they're going to print more if it's a big studio like Sony.
I would think. I mean, it would be smart for them to do it.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle, look at that. He says that the nose set is still available for pre-order. I'm surprised on it. Well, PP, are you in?
Wait, but is
the
he
US?
talking about the
The
which one is-
Steelbook or the standard?
Yeah, because there's a standard set.
Oh yeah,
Not
okay.
Steelbook.
Yeah, he said I got the Amazon limited box set pre-ordered big month. Oh, absolutely, big expensive month.
I don't even remember. Amazon they don't charge you?
No, they don't.
Okay,
Nope, not
Until they
until it
ship.
ships.
I thought so.
Thank
So
God.
you guys better make sure there's room on that card here in the next couple weeks.
Jordan, I'm just going to use yours as the backup just in
There
case.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on this question that Acres of Movies sent because I thought it was interesting. Like, I wanted to hear who you guys would pick. But like Kyle,
Ooh.
who would you pick to play Tony Todd's character in like a modern day Night of the Living Dead?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a good question. That's
Yeah, I'd have to think about it. I don't know.
We'll have to. All right, so we'll circle back. Yeah, because it is one. Actually, I think I have somebody in mind.
I have two. Yeah.
Who do you got, Jordan?
I'm going to be terrible at pronouncing their names.
Oh,
the
man.
first one, I think he played Candyman in the remake.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
one. Okay.
Yahya Abdul Mateen II. I think he'd be really good. But also the guy who plays Tracker in John Wick 4.
Oh.
His name is Shamir Anderson. And he's the guy, if you guys have seen it, he runs around with the shotgun, has the dog.
Yeah.
In the film, and he's clears the house with that really cool like over the head shot, and then he takes his backpack and becomes a plate carrier. So I think one of them two would be pretty good at it.
Dude, those are two great choices, especially the first person you mentioned. I'm not gonna butcher his name, but like it's kind of cool that he plays Candyman. You know, continues
That's why I thought
Todd's
about him.
legacy.
Yeah,
and I love that, dude. That's a great choice. What about you, Steven?
I don't know why the first person I thought of was Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I thought he would be, he's
be a good
definitely,
choice.
familiar with horror, so feels like it would be a good fit.
Yeah, he has that. He has that intensity. Like, he could definitely pull that off.
I mean, even Nope, I feel like would be kind of, within the confines. I mean, that setting is set within the home, so it feels like, it could be kind of similar in tone.
One person I was thinking of, this is the only person that popped in my head immediately was, which I'm probably going to butcher his name, Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali.
Oh, yeah.
Jurassic Park
He'd be good.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
He's amazing, and I feel like he would crush this role.
Blade.
Yeah.
Rest
The
in
new
peace.
Blade.
Yeah. Or you could get if you want to get them all, roided out, looked and big beefy.
Jesus.
No, what's his name? Winston Duke.
Winston Duke.
Oh, that would be an interesting choice.
Yeah, he's just this behemoth of a man. Yeah, he was his first role. He was in Black Panther as M'Baku, and then
He was in Us too, right?
Yeah.
yes, maybe.
But you know what
I-
it is? He
I
looks
don't know
pretty
why
young.
he's funny.
Like he looks very like I'm looking at his pictures and he looks very like I don't know. He doesn't like he looks very young. Like he doesn't have that face like he's like survived through a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Like I guess probably these pictures because he looks well put together with like the clean beard and
Yeah.
everything. But I wonder if they had him kind of all like he just drove in and fought off a bunch of zombies or
Mm.
something.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Do you guys have anyone in mind?
Yeah, let it. Oh wait, Alexander said love Winston Duke. Oh, he said she will tell
I can never
Oh,
say
Pro for
his name.
Doctor
or Aaron
Strange.
Pierre.
Yeah. Or what's the dude's name? He's British.
Idris.
Idris Elba. Idris Elba. Elba.
Yeah, he would be pretty good. I feel like he would be a little too intense. I don't know, because he always comes off as very militant. But I don't know, like it's hard because I would want somebody to play that character where he doesn't look like he knows too much of what he's doing, but he knows
Mhm.
enough to survive.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't look like it would be easy for him. Like I think Tony Todd played that pretty well, where he was like a normal guy, but he had pretty good survival instincts.
Yeah.
What about
Kristen.
you, Kyle?
I
You're
might.
not-
I'd probably have to go with the guy who did the Candyman remake.
Okay, that's a
Yaya.
Yeah. If I had to pick one, but I feel like it's just kind of one of those characters that, I mean, when I think of that character, it's like either from the original, like, or this remake. I feel like just, I mean, Tony Todd was a great choice,
Mhm.
yeah.
but yeah, I'd probably have to go with the.
Yeah, we got a second here. Idris Alba fits the horror genre, but he's too stoic. Yeah, that's the thing. He's too stoic for me too. And then we got
Yeah.
Cranston Duke.
Creighton Duke. Give it to him. Yes.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Or we just do a mix where just Jason comes out of nowhere, like in the field, just cutting up zombies. Samuel L. Jackson's never the wrong answer. That's true. But I wonder if he's a little too old for that particular role.
That's
Because
what
I
I was
mean,
gonna say.
yeah, because the last two the original movie and then the 90s one, they're both characters are fairly like very young. So I feel like Samuel L. Jackson will be like, we got these motherfucking zombies in this motherfucking field.
Oh, you know who you could get is Marlon Wayans.
Oh,
He's coming hot off of him right now in that horror film. He's he might
that
be able
looks
to do
like
it.
that looks like a good movie. Like I'm seeing that. I mean, and not to sidetrack from Night of the Living Dead, but like I saw that trailer in theaters, and I just never seen that side of him. And when I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like, this dude has range.
He sold it, that
Yeah,
role.
like why has he not been doing stuff like this? Like he kills it in Requiem for a Dream. He does
Oh, yeah.
fantastic in that role. And it's like I feel like why was he always in comedy? Because he's just like Adam Sandler, where Adam Sandler has range. It's just obviously comedy's a comfort zone.
Yeah.
But it's incredible. It's incredible to see those transitions in this day and age, man. Like seeing that trailer, I cannot wait to see that movie.
Put Kevin Hart in the role.
Kevin Hart, he's just jumping around like
The whole time, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
the camera's panning to him and everybody else you just see their chest. That's hilarious, man. I love that. It's funny.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, he was saying he got typecasted with his own production company too. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kevin Hart yells too much,
Yeah,
man.
that was a joke.
What
He's
about
gonna-
Barbara? If you were to recast her,
Ooh, Barbara.
Anya
Damn.
Taylor-Joy.
oh, that'd be a good one.
I don't know. Trying to think of a blonde.
You pick Margot Robbie.
I was just gonna say Margot Robbie, dude.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're right here, man. We're right here.
But I feel like was it Patricia Tallman who plays Barb in this one? She's more like she doesn't look. I mean, she's I think attractive in her own way, but she's not like a model. That's Florence Pugh. I would take that,
That's a good one.
especially after oh my god, Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
Dude, I'd pick Britt Marlin.
Sydney Sweeney.
Britt Marlin would be amazing for this. If you guys are not familiar, definitely check her out. Like, she's done so many good movies, and I feel like she would probably crush this role. Sydney Sweeney would just be to sell seats.
Eye
That's for sure.
candy.
Yeah.
Oh, Samara Weaving. I think that'd be a good one.
Samara
Yeah.
Weaving. That's a good choice.
Dude, I'm on board for Florence Pugh.
Living Dead remake was my intro to Romero. That's awesome, man.
Okay.
Now, are you talking about, Joe? Are you talking about the original or this one, the 91?
Probably
That
this
was
one.
your intro.
I would, yeah.
It would be this. Okay.
Which, I mean, I never thought about it that way. Maybe for someone who hadn't seen the original, and this is a gateway into getting into not only Night of the Living Dead,
That's true.
but the other, the rest of the Dead trilogy, Romero's other films that he's done. I mean,
Yeah. The Dawn of the Dead, the remake for me was my entry to Romero. At least being aware of Romero, because I'm sure I saw his stuff before and I didn't realize until seeing it. I was like, wait a minute.
Mhm.
And then just I don't know where, like, I start seeing the math over my head and I'm like, oh crap, is this guy? Right. And talking about like remakes and stuff like that, how did you guys feel as far as for the gore and the effects in this movie, right? In the 90s remake? Did you feel like it really enhanced the story, or it was like a subtle improvement compared? Because I know, Jordan, you were saying earlier that you enjoyed the creepiness of the zombies in this one.
I enjoyed his take on it. I thought it
Same.
was an interesting, and it's kind of the natural progression of where you're going to go if you're going to remake this film.
Yeah. What about you, Kyle? What do you think?
I liked the the little added amount of gore. I definitely think, I mean, I guess we'll see in his cut, but some of the gore effects, I feel like it could have been turned up a little bit more. And I don't know if that was just, the studios or whatever, but I mean, for instance, like some people like getting shot, it was just kind of like, you kind of saw like the bullet hole, but then that was it.
Yeah.
And like there's one distinct shot that I remember in the movie where it's like it's shot from the like back of the zombie, and somebody shoots it in the face, and you kind of just see like a little like hole appear kind of in their head. But I feel like if that was like a more modern, the gore would be ramped up a little bit more. But overall, I thought that I feel like it doesn't add a ton. I mean, I will say, like, I like this remake, but I don't love it, especially if I compare it to the Dawn of the Dead remake, which I know is not quite fair, but I definitely have a soft spot for the Dawn of the Dead remake. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's just kind of there for me. It's just like another movie. I'm also, I should say, I'm not like a diehard Tom Savini fan. It's not that I dislike him. I just, he's not one that I'm like, I love everything he's made. But
Steven, cover your ears.
Would you take him or Nicotero?
What else did he make?
Well, Nicotero's done a lot of The Walking Dead, I know.
Okay.
He's the main effects guy. He's directed a lot of episodes of that. I'd have to see what
He
else
did Day of the Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a hard choice, man, because I mean that makeup was fantastic. Like those designs. I mean, damn, that's like putting two juggernauts together in the freaking zombie universe against each other.
I feel like
wasn't Greg Nicotero? He kind of understudied under Tom Savini.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he was brought up during the whole Dawn of the Dead era, because he knew George A. Romero, and as a child, Romero invited him over to the studios to hang out and just kind of learn the way that these films are made.
If you look,
Dude, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that, man. Hell yeah.
Greg Nicotero's his list of work that he's done, I'm going through it right now. It's just
I was looking
insane.
at too. Yeah.
It just keeps going.
Yeah, he's done so much all the way from 85 up to now.
Which
Yeah.
I would say, in a way, it feels kind of like, not that Savini stopped being who he was, but I felt like he was just firing on all cylinders during the 80s. And
Yeah.
then it feels like as time went on, you saw less and less of his work. And then Greg Nicotero just continued to go forward even till now, really, with doing different types of effects for movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, too, with Savini, he seemed to be kind of pigeonholed into the horror genre, where Nicotero has really branched off. He does a lot of stuff. I think he's like one of the main special effects guys for Tarantino and stuff like that too.
Yeah, if you look at, I'm just going through Savini's work, and then it felt like mid 90s was when it became more sporadic. But then if you go back and look at like the roles that he's had as like either a cameo or an actor, I felt like that's really where he started picking up more roles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's when you started noticing him a lot more. You have like not Dawn of the Dead, From Dusk Till Dawn and Sex Machine.
I never realized how many appearances he makes in various movies. And it's always, I mean, even movies I'm discovering for the first time, I see him show up. And I'm like, that's crazy, man. He was all over the place.
Yeah. He was fun, dude. He always played fun, like, characters. Like, just random characters all the time.
He's a little bit different in person.
Well, you met him. Did you?
Yeah. That was at one of my first conventions. I mean, he's really nice, but not very talkative. Like, I feel like you kind of have to talk to him about certain topics that he really enjoys, but I don't know. I think just the experience of being able to have a chance to meet him, like, that's, it is what it is, I guess.
Just shake the hand of the guy that really helped design.
For sure.
For the
I was so
zombies.
nervous.
You're like standing, you're towering over him. Because, dude, I know you're tall as hell, Steven. We're like around the same height.
Mhm.
So you're just like towering over and you're like, I love your films.
He was sitting down. Obviously I'm not expecting him to get up, but I just took a picture next to him and that was it. I was like, okay, well,
stand up and shake my hand.
I know. Ken
Like,
Foree's the other one that I remember.
Is he like Linda Blair, where the only way you can get him to talk is...
I think from my understanding is if you talk to him about like Italy or traveling or stuff, like more of like his hobbies, he'll talk more.
Of course,
But
Italy.
yeah, yep. So
You're like there for the conference to see the person that designed zombies. And instead of like asking him about that, you're like, hey, so Italy. And he's like, oh yeah, let's talk about that.
That's what I heard after. I think I was talking to someone at the convention and they said, you just got to ask him kind of like not the usual questions that he always hears. I think that's kind of why he's a little standoffish, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure it gets boring as hell, man. Like going over it's like dating. I mean, and it's actual fact, man, with this. It's like every time you go on a date, you have to reintroduce yourself, tell them your hobbies, tell them the stuff that you're into. And after a while, it just feels like a job interview. I mean, which it kind of is, but I mean, you're applying for that role. But I could imagine with him in particular, having the fan base that he has and the countless movies that he's been in or helped with, like, it's just, dude, it's insane the amount of like information to retain over the years, especially from the original Dawn of the Dead. Like, shit, that's a lot of years, man.
Oh, for sure.
That's a long time.
The Burning, Creep Show, all that.
Well, because we're talking about a strong character like Tom Savini. I wanted to kind of move over a little bit to Barbara's transformation because we did touch on it a little bit earlier, and the effectiveness of the 90s Barbara compared to the original. Did you guys? Because I know there was obviously certain subtleties, like even the haircut, like the little pixie haircut, her character being a lot stronger than the original. Did you guys like that change? Did you feel like it was effective or kind of divisive, more of catering to the current climate at the time? Like, what were your guys' thoughts on that? I'll start with you, Kyle.
Yeah, I feel like this kind of goes into like the ending, because I feel like for me at least, that's really when she is a very different character.
Mhm.
For like the ending of the remake versus the ending of the original, because for the original, I feel like the ending is just like a very like bleak ending, and it just kind of leaves you on like this kind of like a sad note, of just like a hopeless note in a way. And the remake with her character, I feel like it kind of um, it leaves you with like a almost, it's like she's like this, like almost like a Sarah Connor type of character of just like,
Mhm.
oh, she's going to go out now and fight zombies, and like so it's a very very different ending between the two films. And um I kind of liked that she got her like little bit of revenge at the end. And yeah, I definitely think she's a more interesting character in the remake than the original, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But um, I think one thing that the original kind of like suffers from a little bit is that, like, you know, first film like syndrome, where it was you know, somebody who didn't really know what they were doing when it comes to making films. And you can kind of see that. And I don't know, I feel like Tom Savini was able to like make her character more interesting, you know, with just how she approached things, than like versus the original. But,
I would agree.
Yeah, it's very, you see the different, like you said, with the experience of filmmaking. I mean, in the original, there's two particular scenes where they're very blurry. Like it's a, you know, Ben's character's walking by in front of the camera, but it's just out of focus completely, and just the little subtleties like that you could tell. But I agree with you, man. I love that. I love the fact that they that Tom decided to make her more interesting, make her stronger, make her a part of the group instead of kind of just a crutch.
mhm.
And it was just yeah, it just brought a lot of more, like if it made it feel like almost like the ending, like there would be a sequel with her in it fighting zombies. Like it ended it kind of like that compared to the original, where it's just unfortunately that's the way it is, and it just shows clips and images of the zombies being burned, and it's like, okay, this is the world now. But with this one, it's more of like, you know, she
Well,
got revenge, she
I
learned, she grew.
I think it's interesting because, you know, especially with this one, you see how, you know, various victims, you know, how they handle crisis and what their
Mhm.
reaction is. Whereas I don't know if that was as evident with the original. I mean, that I felt like by the time you get to the ending, I mean, there's definitely some, you know, like social commentary that you could take away from how the ending, you know, it's just so cynical and bleak.
Yeah.
This I still think you get that, but just not, obviously I don't think it's as impactful. I mean, but uses
Yeah.
a lot of the framework from the original story.
Mm. What about you, Jordan? What did you think about our new Barbara?
Well, she's different for sure.
Mhm.
I do appreciate giving her more of character development, more substance to her role. Um, this might be a hot take. I love the original so much that I feel like the original kind of just, like you said, she was a crutch to the group. She was kind of just, she was just there.
Mm.
She really didn't contribute anything, maybe a little bit in anything, but I mean, there really wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
But I feel like with this one, part of me almost, it maybe it overcorrects in a way,
Mm,
because I think like midway where she just, it's like a on switch,
Yeah.
just like that. And I feel like if I'm watching this character develop, I feel like it would take longer than one night just to like become this badass Sarah Connor type character. And I think the way they handled Sarah Connor's character from her character arc was incredible. I thought that was so well done. I think that's just my opinion. I think it was kind of jarring. Like, okay, this is where we're going. Not I'm not saying that I didn't want that for her. I just wanted to see more of her getting there. I guess is what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like one day she wakes up and she's just cocking a shotgun with one arm, just all like a badass. And it's like, what the hell is like going on here with this type of like person? Like all of a sudden, yesterday they were freaking out, today they're freaking like
That's kind of how I
military.
felt. Like,
They're freaking me
whoa,
out.
Yeah,
okay, hold on. What's going on here? You know?
yeah,
Like I said, it was like a light switch was turned on. Just boom. So that's my only thing. But I do like that he did give her some more, I guess, more to do, really,
Mhm.
yeah.
and more of an important role in this film than the original.
And it was great too, the fact that they didn't turn it into some, because we all know that a lot of remakes could suffer from the whole love interest syndrome where they try to put that in there. And this was just genuinely surviving, and it's like you made a friend, you care for the person, but it wasn't at the end he sacrifices himself because he loves her or anything. So that's one noble thing that Tom did and continued that with this film, because obviously there is a couple in the movie, in both movies, but they're not all, I mean, well, there's obviously two couples, like the married couple with the kid and everything, but it wasn't like that. Like that wasn't the main dialogue, which was great. But that I love that what you said about the whole Sarah Connor thing. Like I feel like that should be studied, unless they already do that in film schools, where it's like how to gradually, grow a character and develop them throughout films instead of just rushing it. And I'm wondering if Tom Savini's cut, it might show more of her development, or
Maybe.
just
I hope so.
because that'd be cool. Like if they add an extra, even 10 or 15 minutes could definitely make wonders for a film, for a character.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think where she ended up was great.
Yeah.
She just it seemed like she became war torn overnight, which was kind of weird to me.
Yeah, she's waking up and she's like, all right, let's kill ourselves some zombies. It's like, what the hell? You just lost your brother a few hours ago. And she's like, what brother? Come on, brother.
Yeah, I will say that, like, at least in the remake, it did kind of feel like it was just like daytime, and then it just like cut, and then it was just all of a sudden night, and it just felt like, I'm like, well, what happened to the afternoon? It just kind of disappeared, which I get they can't show an actual, full day, but yeah, I do feel like it just kind of like that. I mean, what you said about like the switch of just like, it kind of just feels like there is like a part of the movie kind of like missing almost.
Yeah, it does. Exactly.
But
yeah, I'm hoping, man, that the Tom's cut, it's gonna explain that somehow. I mean, hopefully it's not like a gimmick where they're like, okay, here's the uncut version, here's 5 minutes, and it's like a some random scene of some zombie herd just wandering around in a field or something for like 5 minutes. It's there you go, guys.
I think some of the gore, if I had to guess, is probably gonna be added back in, and then maybe some changes to what we were speculating earlier about maybe that opening cemetery scene could be in black and white, and then eventually gradually transitions over to color, like we see the rest of the film.
I want to see more of the explosion shot. Let's see the aftermath of that.
Oh my god.
God, that scene where he shoots the freaking, oh my god, I've seen crazy stuff in movies where I think to myself, don't do that, but this one took the cake. It's like, how do you freaking, like a shotgun, or like how do you freaking shoot like the gas dispensing?
How do you rationalize that?
Yeah,
here's what I'm gonna do,
dude. Like he could have freaking used like the end of the gun and just hit it a few times. Just like in every other movie when they break locks that way, but for some reason with this one, it's like, let me just shoot it and just blow ourselves up. Like at least the original made more sense. Like the original, he shot it, but like he did it in a way where it's like, okay, he's not shooting like, like a bunch of little rounds going everywhere. He shot it at a different angle. And then even when he tried to put out the fire, like you see him trying to put out the fire and all that stuff. But in this one, it's just straight up like blow ourselves up and that's it. It was rushed. It felt like
he secretly wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
He's like, that's it. I'm done.
Dead is better, I guess.
Dead is better. There we go. Well, now that we talked about Barbara's character, right? I want to jump into Ben. Right? Again, played by the iconic Tony Todd.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys feel that he stacked up against Dwayne Jones' original performance? It's two different performances. Like that's the thing you have to take into account. The original, which is more collected, more calm, and then you have Tony Todd, which is a little bit more angrier and kind of more like rushing and like
He's like short tempered.
I
very
don't know.
short, yeah.
Tony Todd didn't straight up smack Barbara in this one, so
That's
you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, but the original though, the character, I mean, Barbara does slap Dwayne's character. Well, Ben in the original, so she kind of slaps him, I think, and then he slaps her back to calm her down or something. It wasn't just. I don't remember it being just like random, like "calm down, woman." Like,
Yeah, I think they both stand on their own. You know,
Yeah.
for Dwayne Jones, I feel like was groundbreaking at the time. You know, how do you top that? You know, I feel like in a lot of ways that he led the way for, you know, any African American actors that are in horror. I mean, just because of his resilience and him being, you know, the protagonist and, you know, just the survival instincts that we're getting with his character. I like his character a lot in the original.
Mhm.
And then, you know, of course, come on, like how can you argue with Tony Todd? You know,
that's
he's
true.
given us so many iconic performances. And I liked what Tony Todd brought to the table. I like that he wasn't just trying to do the same thing that Dwayne Jones did, you know, when they were filming the original. So for that, I can appreciate both.
Yeah, I agree with that, man. Like they both brought their own spin to it. I mean, obviously, the thing is too with the original was different times, you know.
Mhm.
And for Dwayne to have the amount of dialogue, I mean, I felt like watching the original was just Dwayne talking through the like majority of the movie, and then just Barbara just kind of sitting there staring at the flowers type situation. And then this one, it's like you have Tony. I mean, Tony Todd, like standing out and just like killing it. You know, he's just he has his character and it's and then he's doing his own thing. He's not trying to stick to the original kind of like, okay, let's survive.
Mhm.
And he's just very like I don't know, even physically, the way he acted in this role, you see the intensity, him sweating, his just like urgency, even in the eyes. He's like constantly like, we got to figure this out. Compared to Dwayne's just very relaxed. He's like, all right, we got to board up these windows. All right, help me find a key. Help me find some nails.
What did you guys think about the rest of the cast? Did you guys feel like the supporting cast was dramatically different?
Well, I could not stand a couple characters. Obviously, the main dude who is kind of I guess, the antagonist of the film of the group. Can't stand
Harry
him, but
Cooper. Yeah.
I think her name is Karen, the girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Gosh,
yeah.
that screaming.
Yeah.
That just drove me nuts.
Harry was annoying as hell, dude.
Yep.
Like he the most stubborn
Yeah.
human being I've ever seen in my life. Like I was like, dude, and worthless, dude. Did nothing the
Yep.
entire time. Just judged.
Tom Tolles, man. Every time I see him in like Rob Zombie movies or even with this, I always think of him in Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. Just such a grimy movie.
Oh gosh, that movie.
Yeah.
Like if anybody was gonna get picked to be thrown out of the house, it would have been freaking Cooper for sure, man. Like what the
Get the
hell?
hell out of here.
Seriously, the whole time he's like just, oh, that's not this and this is not that, and he's just standing there. Like it wasn't like the original though, where everybody's like in the original he's smoking the cigarette the whole time and complaining. I felt like the original, that's what it was. It was like one big cigarette ad. I don't know about you guys, but
It was I don't know. I mean, I definitely remember. So like Harry Cooper, I mean, he was kind of obnoxious in the original, you know,
Yeah.
just was
yeah,
his approach to trying to survive was very different with him, his wife. Obviously, they have their daughter that's down in the basement. It just seemed like very disconnected from how most of us would try to react to things. You
What
know?
do you guys think of how Savini handled his daughter that whole sequence compared to the original?
Go ahead, guys.
Oh, no, Kyle, our honored guest. Do you want to take this one? Or you want to need a second?
I'd say like in general, I thought it was handled like okay. I feel like that aspect of the movie is just kind of like it's in, at least in the Savini one, it feels like that was kind of like the tipping point for everything just to kind of fall apart. And it just kind of felt like, as soon as the daughter kind of transformed and stuff, it just kind of like everything, like they start coming through the windows and like all the things just start happening. And I mean, compared to the original, I think I still like the original more, how it's handled. But I don't know.
Well, did you feel like the way she was like in the original, how she actually talks before she turns? Like she gradually started getting sicker and turns compared to this remake where it's just
It's kind of
she's
laying there.
laying there the entire time. So it makes you feel like she's already dead. And then all of a sudden, zombie.
Did
Yeah.
you guys notice? And I mean, this could be his Savini's way of her slowly becoming, even though she already was a zombie. She seems selective when she was already turned, right? So she
Mhm.
goes up and she's like going to go towards someone and looks at him and turns around and just keeps going. I don't remember who she was going to, I guess, attack, but she decided not to.
She was heading towards her dad originally.
Okay.
And I think, if I remember correctly, and then I think she starts turning and heads towards Barbara.
Yeah.
That's when Barbara.
So, like I said, I don't know if that was Savini's way of, she's still somewhat there to where she knows, like, hey, this is, maybe I don't know him as my father, but hey, this is someone that I'm not going to mess with because there's someone, I know them somehow, but I don't know who this person is. And it's just an instinct, or if it was just bad writing.
Yeah, because she also does attack her mom in the basement, like immediately.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I mean, maybe she just didn't like her mom.
Sean Baker says, I've still yet to see the remake, not a boycott. It's just somehow has not happened yet. I guess I've always been afraid, but yes. How can you argue with Tony Todd? I mean, that's always the best point. It's like, how do you go against Tony Todd? You don't.
I think the original, like the 68 original with the daughter being downstairs, I mean, I think it's just so iconic for the time it was probably a little bit more shocking, but there's just something that's done so much better by Romero with that scene as opposed to this. And I don't think Savini's intention was to try to recreate it completely. I think that's why he had his own approach to it. But the original one with like the garden tool, man, like it let's say what you will, but I still think it works for what it is.
Yeah. Well, do you feel like they're two different undead zombies compared, because the original, it's like they're using like the rock to break the window, they're breaking the headlights of the car, like they're doing all these things where they're afraid of fire, and then in this one it's different. They're more primitive, just tearing people apart. They're not using tools, because it felt like the original message was that there were still people in there, they were just infected. But with this one, it's more of like they're not people anymore.
Well, if you remember, at least I remember at the cemetery scene in the remake, he does pick up a brick, if I remember correctly, and he starts going out the window with the brick.
That is true, yeah. But I wonder if that was like homage, because then in the rest of the movie you don't see that.
That's true.
Because I'm wondering, like, it's weird, because I know you do see certain little things in there, like as an homage to the original. I mean, obviously a lot of the script is, but it's interesting take. And I wonder, like, I don't know, what do you guys think that it was just because of the time, and obviously like zombie genre being literally at the start, and that's what they didn't know what zombies kind of were yet compared to.
I don't think it was fleshed out at the time. I mean, it was something that was so unique, so how it's evolved, with films after that. I mean, I think that's what's really interesting about it. Obviously, you saw that within the Dead trilogy or Return of the Living Dead, and then, we got fast moving zombies, with Nightmare City, and then subsequent films after that point. But it at least laid the groundwork down for what would, eventually come.
Well, do you, start talking about like the fast zombies and the slow zombies and in the in between. For this film in particular, obviously, I know for me, there wasn't a point that I was scared. Like it made me like, oh man, that's creepy or anything. And did you guys feel the same way? And if you did you feel the same way because of pretty much how they were, where you could just kind of run around them? Like, do you wish they were a little bit more aggressive or a little faster?
These ones seem scarier. Like I'd be actually scared of these. The
Mhm.
original, I mean, you could probably outmaneuver them, juke them. You know, it felt like they were less of a threat. They were kind of just
Yeah.
bumbling, and if they outnumber you, then that's when they would attack. These felt more menacing, violent. You know, it, I felt like they actually posed a threat compared to the
Yeah.
original.
Horror Vision's joining us. What's up, brother? Thank
What's
you
up,
for
man?
joining us, man.
What's up, Horror Vision?
And he was saying the original totally conveys that they're closer to human than the later movies do. It's like Romero had to walk it back a bit to restart the evolution idea. Steven is right, wasn't fully formed. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see that evolution, right? Like like Jordan was talking about the whole Sarah Connor thing, right? Seeing the progression of the character. And
Mhm.
it's almost like from the beginning, we've seen the progression of zombies. We've gone from them kind of just wobbling very slowly to all of a sudden now they're just rampant and filled with rage and
Mhm.
just running across a field and stuff. So it's kind of
Well,
cool to see that.
Yeah, and I mean Romero's take. I mean, there were zombies, I guess, before. I mean, it was kind of the voodoo aspect before
Yep.
that, and
Yeah.
now, I mean, his version was the true dead coming back to life, true undead. So yeah, it was very early on in the whole iteration of what we know today as a zombie.
And we got Keith Cook here. Welcome, Keith. I don't think
What's up,
I've
Keith?
seen you on here before, but
What's going
yeah,
on, man?
the first zombie movie was 1932, starring the legendary Bela Lugosi. And then he was asking Keith, because I did see your question on here,
Oh, with White Zombie.
the Mario.
Mario Bava. I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who Mario Obama is, but I was like, I don't know. I'm not
Mario
too-
Obama.
GC's like sounds like someone I would want to get to know.
And we got the other Steven.
What's
What's
up,
up,
Steven?
brother?
What's up, man?
Steven the Steven.
Two Stevens make a right, I would say. But I've been dying to watch Alien Earth. Again, dude, every time I plan to do it, I don't get around to it, and I'm jealous every single time that I'm missing it.
I wanted to go back to Keith's question about the Mario Bava. Just
Yeah.
let's be clear, I'm bitter about it. I'm mad.
No, come on.
I am. Yeah. I mean, come on. I
Give him
have
hell.
it, obviously, but
Show the people. They don't believe you.
A little bit closer.
Get a little.
hold on.
Give the people what they want.
Hold on.
A little room tour.
I've actually
Little
been
run.
curious about this set myself, so
Oh, here we go.
It's nice.
I mean, it is nice.
Why the hell is it dusty?
Yeah.
It's because I have dogs, all right?
Why am I seeing a little dent in that corner there?
Because I got mad and threw it. Oh, just kidding. Oh, yeah, this one right here.
You just got a
Um,
brick to it.
Yeah. See, I mean, so
Ooh.
what does irritate me, what I was saying is that it literally the next like month after this got announced or released, came out, like the next week they announced Black Sunday on 4K, and then Severin turns around and announces Bay of Blood 4K. So I'm like, come on, guys.
Of course.
But I'm more
Then Arrow
willing.
now, right?
What's
Wasn't-
that?
Wasn't Arrow the other one who announced Bay of Blood?
Did Arrow do it too?
I think so.
Yeah, that was yeah. So
Got
Well,
double team.
I would rather double dip on Bay of Blood with Arrow or Severin than Black Sunday with Scream Factory, just because
I'm not giving them that satisfaction.
I'll give it to
exactly.
him.
I still have like the old school DVD box sets, like those like really old ones, but I've yet to watch most of the movies in it. So
Yeah.
It's I think the box set is worth it if you're not too caught up in it being on 4K. I was under the impression that I didn't think that they would be because of the licensing issues that they have all tied up with the Bava films. So I just remember hearing the fact that we got Blood Black Lace on 4K was kind of a long shot to begin with. So, I, I don't know. I'm kind of besides myself with the fact that they're all coming out in 4K, I guess now.
How would you guys feel? Because we're talking about box sets. How would you guys feel if they did a whole like Tom Savini box set?
That'd be a big box set.
But like I
That'd
mean
be a
maybe not.
chunky box set.
Yeah. Well, let's say like the main staple, like the main. I don't know. They did kind of with this Bava set where maybe they picked just like 8 or 10 of like the top ones. Like what?
Oh man.
Or
That'd be-
even a Romero one, because I know there was one at some point,
That would be
Mhm.
cool.
but that one's hard to find now.
I mean, if you don't already have Romero's films, it would make
Yeah.
sense. The Savini box set would be interesting just because you get such a diverse collection in there. And which movies would you put in that set, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And would they be films that he did special effects on? I'm guessing would probably be where you would gear it towards.
It could be like a dedicated one for that. I mean, I feel like if I was to design one, it would be one just with his like his best special effects and maybe even like the cameo in there, because usually he does have his little cameos, and then maybe another one where it's just like him like directing or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Dude, sign me up.
I'm putting you down for the pre-order.
I mean, you would have to throw into the mix. You need to have Dawn of the Dead, Friday the 13th, Maniac, The Burning, The Prowler,
Yeah.
Creep Show, Texas Chainsaw 2. I mean, you definitely have some heavy hitters in that box set.
Yeah.
It's hard though, as a lot of those have already got really nice 4Ks
For sure.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's tough.
The license for that box set would be a nightmare.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be tied in some type of crazy like licensing litigation for like ever. They'd be like, all right, we want 1 million. They're like, all right, how about 900,000? And they're like, no.
I
Like,
mean, Dawn of the Dead, the US rights. I mean, that's a whole
yeah.
it's a whole video in itself.
That's why when I contacted Second Sight, and I was like, hey, do you guys have any more of the box set for Dawn of the Dead like back there? And they're like, well, unfortunately, they didn't say no. They were just like, we can't sell it anymore in the US. And then I was like, what about if you just like ship it to me directly and I don't say anything? Never heard back. But
Well, you tried.
yeah. Dude, I when you mentioned that, because I got the kind of the hamster running in the wheel when you said about the Friday the 13th, and I was reading that that Tom Savini was picked directly, like handpicked by Romero. And I didn't know that, at least, or I didn't remember that was the case. And that's really cool. He's just like, no, I want him. I want you. And he's just there probably eating a sandwich. He's like, what?
It's interesting,
Mm-hmm. Back to your thing about Second Sight and Dawn of the Dead.
Oh God.
No. I'm gonna pivot it back to Night of the Living Dead, but it's gonna be the original.
Okay.
The Night of the Living Dead, right, is open. What do you call it? Open.
It's like fair use.
Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? It's
Public domain.
public domain. That's what I'm looking for. Explain to me why Second Sight hasn't capitalized on that and gave us a Night of the Living Dead set that matches the Dawn of the Dead set.
I wonder if
I would literally throw away my Criterion.
I thought you were going to say you're going to throw up. Like you're gonna,
No,
That too.
maybe I'd throw up with excitement. I don't know.
you're like, oh.
It's like City of the Living Dead.
But seriously, I've always thought of that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's public domain. Go do it.
Maybe the fan base. It's not like, I don't know. I mean, what's the fan base from Dawn of the Dead compared to Night of the Living Dead? Like, do you think Dawn of the Dead has a bit more of a fan base because it's a little more modern?
Oh, that's tough. I
Like,
think
what would you
that
guys
whole
pick?
trilogy has a very, very strong following.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to pick one out of the three, like, right, eliminate 2 from existence, like
Oh,
that's
God.
it. It's like they're getting burned in a pile
Damn,
with the
man.
zombies. What are you picking?
I'd probably. Oh, damn it!
Well, I'll tell you, the first one I'm getting rid of is Day of the Dead
Why, man?
because
That's interesting.
Dawn and Night are my two favorites. So
now you gotta get rid of one. And tell us in the comments, guys, which one
I
you're
can't
doing.
do it.
Do you have to? I have a gun to your head, and I'm like,
Just shoot me.
No,
Oh.
that's not the way out. I'm like
do it.
Jordan. I'm like Clockwork Orange. I just open your eyes, and I'm holding them near the fire, and I'm like, which one? I'm holding a gun to the movie.
That's so hard.
I'm going with keeping Dawn of the Dead because I absolutely love the setting of Dawn of the Dead. Like, I love the idea of just surviving in a mall. Like, I think that's just such a fun, like, you know, place to like survive. And it's just like you can utilize the different stores. Maybe not a modern day mall because there's going to be like, you know, I haven't been to the mall in years, but like there's going to be 4 stores open and the rest is just going to be empty. But back when the peak of the mall, when you had all these different like sporting goods stores and like, I feel like it'd just be such a fun place to spend a zombie apocalypse. And as much as I like Night of the Living Dead, I think it goes back to that, it being his first film. It definitely like suffers from that little bit of like, which I know it has that has like a charm to it of like being a first film, but I just think, in my opinion, Dawn of the Dead is a stronger film.
Yeah, but if you erase Night of the Living Dead from existence, you wouldn't have Dawn of the Dead.
That's true.
No, but you can't do it. You have to pick one.
Steve, what would you pick? You got to give me a second. Give me a second to think about this.
I think I would keep Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead,
Interesting.
Huh?
Yeah, I felt like that was when Romero was firing on all cylinders, and it feels like the effect, it just, everything works about it. I like the setting. It's something different. The score is excellent. I like that. I mean, yeah, there's a lot that I really love about it. That one has grown on me over the years, and I would have to say that'd probably be the one that I would keep.
That's an interesting choice because Day of the Dead feels like it's over. Like it just feels like this military base. It's like they've kind of lost hope. They're trying to figure it out, but it's just over. And then you have Dawn of the Dead where it's just happening. There's still hope. There's still the mall where they have all these amenities. I mean, it's true, especially like how, like you were saying, man, back then, dude, like the malls, they were stacked. Like they had a freaking liquor store. They had a deli. Like they had a gun store. They had everything. And it was like its own little like state. It was fantastic. It's not like it is now where it's like you barely have a freaking Panda Express. But like back then I didn't have to fight my way to get some food. But it's definitely, yeah, Dawn of the Dead, it's more, you still have a chance. And then obviously Night of the Living Dead is just, it's pretty survivable. Like I felt like that's one to me that it doesn't leave an impression with me. It doesn't make me question things, at least the original. Night of the Living Dead, it just felt very easy to survive. It felt like you just got to be patient, work together, and figure it out. Even the people, society was just very calm. Like all the people hunting down the zombies and stuff were very calm. They weren't like brutes compared to the remake when they're just kind of hanging them and shooting them and stuff as targets. Same thing with Dawn of the Dead. I felt like it was managed in a way where not everybody was losing their shit. But there was still some type of order. Obviously, with the motorcycle gang was different. And then, yeah, Day of the Dead's just like, yeah, we're screwed. Nobody's coming. Like, what do we do? But
and then you have this masterpiece.
Oh, show us the opus.
Land of the Dead.
Damn.
Jordan, didn't you tell me that was your favorite out of the Romero films?
No, I didn't.
Is that the one you're picking? We're adding that one to the mix.
Is that what we're working our way up to?
Because we'll add it if you want it. If that's the one you want to keep.
No. I'm gonna I'll just make it different than all of you guys. I'm gonna say Night. Keep that one. That one is such a vibe to me.
Oh, it is.
It's just that perfect. You want to just get nice and cozy with a blanket at night,
cold fall night.
Have some hot coffee or some tea,
Irish
chocolate
coffee.
if that's your thing, and
I know Kyle has a 6 setup in his yard with a projector because I've seen you post it. And to watch that movie in the fall
Mm.
on a projector.
It's like, for me, it's up there with Halloween as like the perfect fall Halloween time film. And I just what I love about it. Every time I watch it, I want to, bundle up and, eat some soup or something. I don't know.
Hey, I respect that.
Dude, hell yeah. Well, all right. Well, that's not a bad choice, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. These are all classics in their own right. They all have amazing. I mean, we obviously Night of the Living Dead, the original, is in the Criterion Collection for a reason. It's the one that kind of started the franchise, started it all. And then it's nice to see that each company has given love to each film. We have the Criterion Collection. We have the Second Sight Dawn of the Dead. I mean, I would love to see a Second Sight box set of the original Night of the Living Dead. I think even Day of the Dead as well, like having all three boxes next to each other would be beautiful, dude.
Hey, you know what? I know Night of the Living Dead is possible, obviously, but Day of the Dead could be possible because there is a 4K coming out from Scream Factory. So,
dude, imagine Night of the Living Dead box that's all black and white,
Oh,
and then you have Dawn of the Dead with the purple, and then you have Day of the Dead, which is like with the blues. I'm giving him goosebumps. He's like, ooh. Dude, that's freaking... Oh, man, I would love that. That would be sick.
Man.
Oh, and Keith was asking about this because I know... is this the convention that you're planning on going to, Steven? Or any of you guys going to this?
I was going to try to go to...
Scream. When's that? Or where is that? I'm sorry.
Trying to go to Scarefest. I'm on the fence if I'm going this year or not.
I might be going to. There's one in my area. It's in Sacramento called what something creature, Sinister Creature Con, and it's that one seems it's got a stacked list this year.
Dude, I wish they would do a con. Do they do any of these cons which is like just the theme based where it's like I guess what I was thinking was something where it would be like just all zombie movies, maybe all zombie movie directors or actors, and it's just that's what the convention is. Like, do they do something like that, or is it just like pretty broad, like the horror?
They had the one back in I think June, wasn't it? In the mall that they filmed
the Dawn
of the Dead. Yeah, they had like a big convention that was there. One of my buddies went there.
I'm just upset Pam Grier is not going to be at this convention. She was supposed to, and she canceled. So,
damn.
Gotta tell her what's up.
It's okay. We've got who do we have? PJ Souls is going to be there.
That's a good one.
Jenna Cannell, I think you say her name, and Catherine Cock. I can never say their names. The two girls from the original Terrifier.
Oh, okay.
And Stephen, Adrian King is going to be there. And Dee Wallace.
She's the best. I haven't met Dee Wallace yet, but Adrian King, dude, she was just so sweet. So you going, Jordan, or what?
I want to. We'll see.
One of these days, I want to go to one of these. I'm going to go and shake Tom Savini's hand and be like, hey, we did a Cinema Rewind episode in your honor.
You're going to be like, shake his hand. So Italy, am I right?
He's just going to stare at me with a blank stare. And then I'm like,
telling you, man, you better come prepared, man. He's him and Ken Faree. Those were very stoic.
I'm going to have notes in my hand all sweaty. Be like, so what part of Italy did you like? My friend Steven told me to ask.
Never had fettuccine Alfredo. He's like, get the hell out of here.
You're done. I'm going to create a character in my zombie universe that reminds me of you and then kill him off immediately.
Damn.
Jeez.
I want to ask you guys something because and just bring it back to the movie because I was looking at my notes and this was one that I feel like it stuck out to me the most for the farmhouse setting, right? Mm-hmm. Do you guys feel like, did you feel that in both movies, the original and this one, it was, again, very survivable? Like you feel like it wasn't as claustrophobic or kind of out there compared to any other setting that they could have used? Or are you guys like cool with that farmhouse type setting? Like, do you feel like you'd be fine?
Like, is it safety?
Yeah, because it's, I don't know. To me, like I've been thinking a lot about that, especially watching both movies the last 2 days, and I just felt like the farmhouse, it felt safer because it was more isolated compared to being in a city where you just have hundreds or thousands of zombies wandering around, and
Well,
it just felt.
isn't that interesting and kind of ingenious that it's that was what they thought too. They thought this is a farmhouse. We're out in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna hunker down, and that ended up being their grave.
Mm-hmm.
But how did those zombies get all the way there? Right? Like if there's no neighbors for miles and stuff, why was there so many zombies there? Like that's some of the stuff
They heard all the banging of the hammering the nails. I don't know.
I wonder if it was just for like budget reasons, when like the reason why he even was in the farmhouse.
Yeah.
I mean, for being his first film, it's like, did he just know someone that had a farmhouse and was okay with them using it? Like, because obviously filming in like a city would be way more expensive. So I wonder if that's just like, I don't know, like the behind the scenes story of why he chose a farmhouse or not. But yeah, I feel like it would be relatively easy to survive in a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere with zombies. I feel like it's I don't know, in both films kind of just felt less claustrophobic than other movies. But I definitely think like Dawn of the Dead feels, in my opinion, even though it's a bigger building, it feels more claustrophobic, just because I'm like, if it is a mall, that means more people probably be living around that area. And especially for like the exterior shots of just like, more and more zombies just keep appearing. And I don't know. I think Night of the Living Dead like just doesn't feel as claustrophobic, or at least it shouldn't feel as claustrophobic as maybe they try to make it feel.
For sure.
The only thing claustrophobic in that farmhouse was that damn basement with no other
Oh,
exit.
Yeah.
And one door. That's the only thing that the whole time it's like, Cooper, why the hell do you keep insisting on going and locking yourself underground with only one entry? Like it never made sense to me. But yeah,
Honestly,
everything else was setting up booby traps and shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, the attic makes more sense to barricade yourself in,
yeah,
or even just the upstairs. I mean, if I had to pick, I'll just say the upstairs, barricade the stairs, and then you can at least escape out the windows, if you need to. But yeah, I think like the basement was a weird choice for Cooper to decide to barricade himself in.
Yeah. Now I wonder, talking about that, if they did that on purpose to show how stubborn he was, just to kind of show the type of character where it's like, even if everybody's saying it's the wrong choice, he's like, no, it's right, even though we all know, especially the audience, that it's stupid. Because like, man, I mean, they could have even hung out, like they could have put a bunch of mattresses in the stairwell, because you do see how narrow it is, blocked it off with furniture. Worst case, the zombies get through, they could climb up to the roof and hang out on the roof and just rappel down or something and figure it out. But it's definitely, it's just one of those, like, it didn't feel as tense in that farmhouse compared to the mall, because at the mall it's like you have that giant parking lot with all these zombies, like you were saying. It's just, it does feel more claustrophobic compared to just open land.
Yeah.
I think also the setting, I think, is definitely effective. Just doesn't have to be overly claustrophobic, but I think for what the movie's trying to do, with whether it's the original or the 90s remake, definitely builds up the atmosphere, the dread, the tension, and that's really all you need. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's a very complex story.
Well, it's talking about the story. Let's talk about pacing and tension building. Like, how'd you guys feel about like how all that went with the remake? Like the score, did you feel like it lived up to the original or improved a little bit in that aspect? Because we do notice that a little bit different, the different tension compared to the original.
Well, I'll kind of echo what I talked about earlier. Pacing wise, I think there was a significant jump at one point that I wasn't really a fan of. So that's kind of my take on the pacing.
What about you guys? Do you guys concur?
I think I didn't really notice anything where I just felt like it, and I never felt like with either of them that it ever dragged. It. I mean, I think for most of us, we've seen at the very least the original like a handful of times. So this one, I don't feel like deviates too far away from it, other than like some creative choices. But I don't know. There's something about both of these movies, man. When I put them on, like I just get so dialed in, and I just try to enhance the experience for myself to just kind of put myself in that situation. And even what Jordan was saying earlier, especially with the original, I don't watch it very often, but I usually try to make sure like I'm saving it for this time of year, like close to Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's true. It's like, I mean, I think the pacing it's there with both in par. I think the only real difference between the two is just like the tension between like Cooper's character and Ben. It's so much more aggressive, even when they have that shootout, compared to the original. So I think that's the only thing between the two. The only big difference between that, obviously, and then Barbara's character, but everything else was pretty. Like the score was good, the pacing was good, it led up pretty well. Except obviously the pacing part, like what Jordan was saying, with Barbara's character. 1 minute, she's like, I lost my brother. A few hours later, she's the Terminator. And it's like, it's like, what the hell? What about, let's talk about legacy of like remakes. Do you feel like this is a better horror remake, like compared to the other remakes out there, at least during the 90s?
What other remakes were in the 90s? That's a good question.
Let's see. Probably should have made a list.
I think this is definitely one of the better ones I can recall. I mean, you had The Fly that was, only a few years before then. I mean, that's definitely in the S tier of remakes. I definitely think that this works, and it's not like it's taking some huge swings compared to the original.
Hey, technically, The Mummy is a horror remake, and that was in '99.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I was gonna say Dracula. That one stands out to me.
Yeah,
I don't think you had a ton in the.
There was some. The Haunting was one.
Oh yeah.
Psycho.
Oh God. No, thank you. I'm good. Well, I don't think that there was as many notable ones that I feel like I would, really go out of my way to watch from the 90s, unless it's Dracula. But if you go back and try to see.
Oh, this is a good question. Do you want another remake? That would be interesting to see. Like, I mean, man, that remake was in 1990. I mean, that 25 years later, that'd be kind of cool to see the difference.
I mean, you got The Thing. The Thing was back in 82. I mean, that's 8 years before.
Yeah.
Another remake. I don't know.
I don't know if I need it.
Yeah, that's.
You guys are tired. You like?
I'm tired of remakes and prequels. I'm kind of over.
Okay, what about requels?
No.
Speaking of remakes, I know this is actually, I don't know 100% if this is a remake or not, but I've had it on my shelf and I've never watched it. But this is from 2006.
Oh.
I never actually watched 3D.
I haven't either.
Is it 3D? No, you said you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, it has the old school like 3D glasses.
Oh, that's cool.
That's all you need.
So
best 3D technology out there.
Yeah, I have a.
It has to be.
Let's see.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, it doesn't look like. I mean, yeah, I have no idea fully what this is because it says 2006. It's in color. But
they were bound to make one of these in 3D like that with the glasses. It was just bound to happen.
I I wonder what that would look like if you did try to do a remake for this movie again. It would obviously have to bring something much different to either the message they're trying to convey, some type of social commentary. I I think what I'd be concerned with is if they did try to do this again, I feel like that they would be a little bit too on the nose about it,
Yeah.
or feel like it's kind of force feeding you these messages, whereas these either of these didn't really have to do that. It kind of spoke for itself.
Well, it would be like I was thinking if they were to remake this movie, right? One way they could go about it would be a person driving a smart car, right?
Oh,
Because in this
come
day and
on,
age,
man.
Yeah, I'm lost. Nope.
no, because think
Pulling
about
up
this.
this Cybertruck. Come on,
No,
man.
think about this, right? Like let's say they're in the middle of nowhere and the battery's running low. Because the thing is, with gas cars, you could have like, you could have a jug of gas or something with you. But with
GC,
this,
you're
it's
not
like,
selling this.
Yeah.
dude, yeah. I mean, listen, you have,
And they get
you know,
lost because Siri takes them down the wrong road.
yeah, they have no signal. They're lost. They don't know how to read a map because it's 2025. So they're like, they don't have a map. Their smart cars running out of power.
Chat
And it,
GBT's down.
yeah, Chad, everything's down. And they show up to the farmhouse and it's Ben. Like they could change it a little bit where it's like Ben lives at the farmhouse and Barbara's the one driving the vehicle, the electric car. She's trying to save the environment or something. And they could have it like that, where it's like that minor tweak where she pulls in or she's like walking in because it just broke down or something or died or whatever. And then it's like there's Ben and he's like, oh, I don't have like, I don't know, I don't have some type of stuff like that. This is a farmhouse and zombies show up and Tom Savini's a zombie and just does his thing and he's all like wearing the sex machine outfit.
Oh god. I don't know if I'm ready for this version, but if you guys were to see one director maybe take on this movie as a remake again, who would you guys want to see? Someone that could do it justice, that would actually bring a unique vision, not just, hey, let's just recreate, what they already did.
Man,
I feel like Ty West could be interesting.
Mike Flanagan.
You say that for every movie.
Every movie he does so far, dude. He's done 3 for 3 with Stephen King's. So I mean,
Robert Eggers.
ooh, that'd be a good one. Or they team up together, make some.
There would be no smart cars in that.
And Robert Eggers, it would be a colonial version of Night of the Living Dead.
A carriage,
which actually would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
Like a Civil War era Night of the Living Dead.
Don't give the man any ideas.
And if any of these industry people are somehow stumble upon this video right here, take note. You don't have to make modern movies. You could always actually do timepieces still and make them accurate.
You wanted a smart car Night of the Living Dead.
I don't know. I thought that's the only way to get like the younger generation in, because they're gonna be like, oh, a carriage. Nobody has a carriage. And it's like there's still Amish communities out there that use carriages and horses and stuff. It still exists somewhere. But like that's the only way to do it these days, man. It's just to get these kids in their seats. It's like they're driving a smart car. She breaks down. There's this, Gen Z old man like us or whatever. And he's like, or millennial. And he's like, hey, get off my stoop with your smart car. And then zombies show up or something.
GC, you sound like you need to spearhead this project.
Dude, I'm going to show up. I'm going to call up Tom Savini. I'm going to talk to him about Italy a little bit. And then
Barbara rolls up in her smart car, gets told to go away. So she pulls out her phone and records him.
Yeah, there we go. Starts recording him, and then the zombies show up, and then
it's no longer Barb, it's Karen.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
She has the same haircut.
I mean, yeah.
Some things are timeless, I guess.
Yeah. Can we talk about that? Like the 90s, like that haircut that they gave her in this 90 remake. Do you feel like it matched her? Like when you first saw her compared to the original, did you feel like kind of confused about it, or were you like, oh, okay, cool, they gave her a different style? Or did it not even like phase you at all?
It threw me off at first. I was like,
Yeah.
what? And but as her character developed and at the end, I was like, okay, that haircut makes sense. Like I could see it now. But at first, I was
Yeah.
thrown off.
I thought I remember seeing something that he intentionally chose an actress that was a redhead to make it stand out, so that way, again, unique creative style choice, and not trying to just, you know, completely, just transfer everything over to his vision.
I mean, at least they let him do that, because I know that with the original cut, apparently it was a lot more gorier, and the studio was like, no, let's not go that route. So at least they kind of let him. They're like, you know what, you can't have all the gore, but we'll give you a redhead.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
She was good in the role.
Yeah, no, she was awesome, man. Like, I mean, I had no complaints with her. Like, I like the fact that she just wasn't just sitting there staring off into things. So it's like, oh, thank God, man. That's the one thing I was like, oh yes, finally she actually does something.
I think
I
the
feel-
horror vision's got a good point here.
Yeah. I have to see this. Dude, there we go, man. You know what? Like, watch it, enjoy it, go into it fresh, even though we've kind of like, you already know what to expect. It's still fun. It's great. I couldn't understand the hate on this movie, because I was reading a lot of reviews on Amazon and Letterboxd, and people were just like, no, this sucks. It wasn't what I was expecting. But I mean, obviously we're all talking about it on here. We have you guys. Like, do you
Mhm.
guys feel like I asked that earlier, and we all feel very neutral. Like, we don't hate it, we don't love it, we accept it for being a part, being a remake. And they did a good job. Like, it wasn't, I don't know, I couldn't think of anything that I was like, this isn't a monstrosity, like, let's burn it or something.
It's one of the, like, I would say it's probably one of the gems that we have from the 90s as far as horror. I mean, if you really start digging into the films that were released during that time outside of Scream and, Candyman and Blair Witch Project, I mean, this is one that I really enjoy,
Yeah.
for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander said that Matt Bettinelli and Tyler Gillett are the Philippou brothers. Man, I feel like if they do this, it's gonna be a freaking pretty sad. Like, freaking
Drama.
Yeah, like, we're definitely gonna be traumatized.
Depression.
We're not gonna recover. I mean, that would be awesome to imagine them doing a zombie movie. Like, how? I mean, like,
Do you guys think it would be pretty graphic, like more than either of these two, or do you think it would be like what would their take on it look like?
more hard choices? Like, I think less, like, not as graphic, but more of like the traumatizing choices of like sacrificing someone or something like that
Mhm.
type thing.
I think it'd be cool to see like a Western Night of the Living Dead.
Western. That'd be
Mhm.
interesting.
Bring back Westerns. I always champion that. I love Westerns.
We have cowboys and aliens. Why not have cowboys and zombies?
Yeah, there you go.
Wasn't there a Red Dead Redemption zombie version game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was
there
that a thing?
was. Oh, this is a good one. JT Milliner did Strange Darlings. Those are all great choices, Alexander. Those are awesome choices. I mean, and they all have like that uniqueness. I feel like maybe that's what the zombie genre needs. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, do you feel like it's time to give like a new, like a different type of directing style a chance for these zombie movies?
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily like directing. I just feel like we kind of come in waves when it comes to these films. Like, we had a run of them, what would you guys say, like probably mid 2000s to late 2000s, where it was almost oversaturated at the time.
Yeah.
And then we kind of came out from underneath that. I would say probably closer to maybe like early 2010s. I didn't think that we were getting as many quality movies like that. I mean, really, outside of like Dawn of the Dead and The Walking Dead popularity was obviously there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I would rather them explore maybe like original properties and come up with
Mhm.
new visions.
Yeah. Like, I definitely love to see a new like cinematic style. I think maybe something a little darker because I mean, we just had 28 Years Later, right, come out not too long ago. But I don't know. I feel like we need. There was a movie. I think it was called The Cure. I'm not sure if that's the one that's like the zombie one where like the zombies are becoming normal again. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that movie,
Mm-mm.
but that was an interesting take on the zombie genre because we're so used to always like the running around and the killing and this and that.
For sure.
But with that one, it's like they find a cure and they turn back. They start turning back to normal, and then they have to live with them again. Like the normal people that weren't infected have to live with these family members that at one point were zombies, and like life after that, what it looks like and stuff. And I mean, that's something that really, I mean, sticks with you. I felt like it has more depth than just I mean, again, I love the fast running zombies and surviving, but this had a little bit more emotional, like what would you do in that situation?
Mhm.
Like right now, like I don't know if Jordan turned into a zombie and then they cured him and we had to like live with him after seeing him like tear somebody's face apart. Like how would we feel about
It'd
that?
be like
You know?
survivors, or wait, is it survivor skill? Yeah. Yeah.
Kind
So
of,
like,
yeah.
I mean, if you're living post something so traumatic happening, I'm sure it would have like some profound impact.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Alexander said warm bodies. That's a good one, yeah. KB is in the house. What's up, man?
What's up, KB?
The
What's
Cured.
up,
Yeah,
dude?
it's a crazy movie. If you guys haven't seen it, like definitely check it out. Shout Factory released a Blu-ray of it.
Well, there's Train to Busan. Have anybody seen that?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing oh my gosh, I'm terrible with the name. The director who did When Evil Lurks. I would love to see. I mean, obviously his take on I mean, what would you guys consider? It's more like possession.
His film, yeah, it was a mix of possession, zombie, infected. It was interesting.
I wouldn't mind seeing something that was like full on zombie only, what that take would look like, because I think that would be, it's definitely a lot more bleak and dark.
Like no dialogue, just like zombies. Like they're just kind of like you kind of see through their eyes type situation.
I don't know about that, but
Oh.
I feel like no. I just feel like it'd be like that director just feels like he has a very distinct voice in horror, and I feel like that would work if you were trying to do exactly what KB's saying.
Oh, like Damien
Damien Rugna.
Nice.
So
No,
apparently I have The Cured. I've never seen it, but
Oh, dude.
it's been sitting on my shelf.
Kyle's prepared.
I'm just glad. You know what, Kyle? I'm glad you didn't give it away like the Man from Earth. Like it still haunts me every day. Like I was like, I can't believe you had that gem and you just freaking.
Listen, if we had a zombie outbreak, I think Kyle would be prepared to be bunkered down. He's got
yeah.
he's got all the physical media you need.
Just
Well,
have to have electricity.
Talking about zombie, like an outbreak, right? Let's say one happened tomorrow, right? Like, do you guys feel pretty prepared? I mean, we all have like our collections, our entertainment and stuff. I know, some of you guys may have chickens and stuff
do.
like that. Like, how do you guys
Yeah.
feel? Like, you feel like you're good if it ever happened?
Yeah.
No.
I was like, no.
For a little bit, maybe.
Listen,
I wanna get
eggs
chicken,
are the new currency.
Yeah, I do want to get chickens, but we just have not been able to get them yet. So,
Well, you're talking to the right people here because these two are these two here are experts. How the hell do I? Damn it.
Aficionados.
I'll tell you, you don't reap the benefits of the eggs until probably about 6 months. So takes a little bit.
I have the land for it, but
What's up,
There you
Q?
go.
Oh, there
need
we
to
go.
do it.
What's up, man?
Kyle, where are you at?
He has a farmhouse. Like,
Kyle
what's-
does?
What?
Oh,
What's
I
in-
thought, yeah, like, are you like, what part of the states are you in?
Oh, Ohio.
Nice. Oh, you're not too far from me.
Yeah. Where are you at?
Metro Detroit area.
Okay. Yeah, it's about like 3.5 hours. I'm like Akron area in Ohio,
Oh, no way. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so-
cool.
Northeast Ohio.
wait, was I right about the farmhouse? Because I was just joking around because of the movie.
No,
Oh.
but I do. I mean, I have a little bit of land, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
There was a field of cows across the street from me, but
Well, we could do the remake there. There we go, man. Just do the
Do you
the
see
2025.
he's pulling up in a Tesla to get this filmed?
Imagine the doors open like the wings, like the wing style. I'm like, hey, my phone died and my Tesla died. Do you have any power?
Kyle's not taking her ass in.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. I just picture it. He's like, no, sorry, only movies here. We don't have that type of power here.
I was gonna say, it's a little off topic, but if you are ever in the Pennsylvania area, you can actually visit the graveyard where they filmed the first, like, the graveyard scene.
No.
So I have a
Yeah.
photo of me.
Dude.
Maybe if you'll focus on that and not my face.
Pick it up. Oh man,
that's cool.
That's awesome.
So that's the tombstone from the movie, and
That's so cool.
it's like that's what maybe it's like where she's like leaning up against the tombstone and stuff. And there's kind of like a fun like little Night of the Living Dead museum there. It's nothing special, but it's still like you see like props from the original movie and stuff, and some from like Dawn of the Dead, and I think like a costume from like the Crazies and stuff, which is kind of fun. But
dude, that's cool.
So, do you have to set up like a tour to be able to do any of this, or is it just
the graveyard? I mean, me and my wife, we just drove to it and got out because it's like an actual graveyard, obviously, and so. I don't know if you're supposed to. I think we read online like it's just like, you know, you can go take photos, but like just don't be obnoxious because it is a graveyard and people might be there being sad. And
you're over there snapping pictures.
It's that one picture you've seen where he has the selfie next to the grave, and
oh yeah,
he's like squatting like this.
Yeah.
But
you better edit them in black and white, man.
Yeah,
make that picture black and white.
The museum's like right in the same town. I forget what town it's in, but it was kind of fun. But apparently, I looked it up last night, and they filmed it in a different graveyard for the remake. I don't like same. It's both of them are in Pennsylvania, but different graveyards.
I mean, I think the OG one is to go there. Would definitely be a bucket list.
That would be awesome, man. Well, guys, I want to jump into the rapid fire round. Only a few questions. You know, Jordan and Steven already know. Kyle, if not aware, so this rapid fire round is going to be pretty much you pick one or the other. I may throw a question in there to compare to certain things, but we'll see how we go with that. I'm going to start off with an easy one, and I'm going to start with you first, honored guest, and then we'll work our way around. We'll go with Jordan and then Steven. Now, are you ready for the rapid fire round?
Sure.
Dude,
I've
been ready.
There he is. Steven, they're coming to get you, Steven. So, Ben, who's the better Ben? Tony Todd or Dwayne Jones? You can only pick one.
Probably the original. I'd have to go with. It's
Dwayne,
a hard pick, but the original.
What about you, Jordan?
Dwayne Jones.
Yeah, Dwayne Jones.
Yep.
GC.
Man, it's a hard
one.
It's a hard
GC.
one. I mean, you know what? I am gonna do with Dwayne Jones because I loved how much more calmer he was. And it's just he was very smooth with it the whole time. There's these zombies, and he's just very like, we're okay. Like, I'm bored everything up. I just love this character, and I thought he was awesome. Now, second question: which version of Barbara do you prefer, 1968 or 1990? Kyle.
Probably 1990.
Yeah, I like Patricia Tallman's take on it.
Same. What about you, Jordan? Yeah, unanimous.
That's tough for me. But I'm gonna have to
Really?
agree with you guys. I think, yeah.
Because I know with the whole transition between like day and night,
Yeah.
all of a sudden she's a.
But I think her character, I do prefer her version of it. The 1990, I should say. I do think that it was a more fleshed out version of Barbara.
Now, which of the two for the third question, which of the two films had the scarier zombie moments? Which one are you guys picking? Starting again with you, Kyle.
Probably the 1990. I'd say, I mean, the gore effects definitely play a factor. And I don't know, they just, I mean, maybe it's because it was in color versus black and white, but like just it kept, I mean, the camera just kept panning outside and just like they're just more and more just like slowly coming out of the woods. Like
Yeah.
I think some of that might have been lost in black and white. But I mean in color it's just, I don't know. It's also probably, I mean, higher budgets, more people, like
Right.
so I'd probably go with the 1990.
Nice. What about you, Jordan?
I'm actually going to say the original. And
Okay.
for this opposite of what you're saying with the black and white is I think it has a similar effect to me, at least. GC's going to appreciate this, like Vampire. It's got this very
Son of a gun.
creepy, old school, just unsettling feeling, the black and white. That's my opinion.
Dude, completely off topic, but I just want to say, dude, that I am so happy you picked up that movie, and it made me even happier that you enjoyed it, dude. Like, I'm really glad that you liked it. I was worried a little bit. I was like, man, because I know it's a very older film, so it's not for everybody. And like the fact that you enjoyed it and you didn't hate it, that's awesome. What about you, Steven?
I'd probably have to say the original, just because of yeah, it's obviously not, I mean, they're not working on a huge budget, but I think what they're able to do with it, it does feel, like I mentioned earlier, it's very bleak, desolate. You know, seeing them all come out of essentially it feels more like out of the darkness, coming to take on the farmhouse. There's something about the way that Romero filmed it and kind of presented it that, I don't know, it just works. I don't know how else to explain it. It's very atmospheric, creepy. I don't know, you feel very uneasy with his vision.
It was definitely, I agree with you guys. I'm like, I have to go with the original because even the original, I didn't notice the first time I saw it, but then when rewatching it again, it had a brief moment of nudity. It had the corpse laying there when Barbara looks up the stairs.
That's why.
Yeah. Like, and it's so atmospheric. It's so amazing. It did a lot of firsts for its time. And it's, I mean, even though I loved, like, not love, I mean, I really enjoyed the 1991, but that original, man, I mean, I love black and white films, and it really did it for me in that aspect. I felt like it made it a little creepier.
There was some nudity in the remake. The zombie at the beginning, when that came out of the grave, you saw his the whole backside.
Oh, with the suit.
Yeah,
that was funny because at first I'm like you couldn't tell until they did that, and I was like, man, that's very clever.
Like, wait, what?
Like, they don't even fully dress them; they just kind of put it over them.
Yeah,
that's fine. Now, for question 4, Harry Cooper's character, which version annoyed you more, the original or the modern one?
1990.
No.
Oh, 1990 for sure.
Yeah. Same, dude. That guy was just insufferable.
But he did okay. So I feel like Tom Tolles did a great job at making us despise the character, and for that I feel like it's like, okay, well, you as an actor did your job. You make me like not like you whatsoever, and yeah, oh god, he's the fucking worst.
No, he really is, man. He was just, I was one of those, like, I felt like when he dropped the TV down the stairs, he would have gone with it somehow. Like, it's like, just take him, just take this freaking guy. Now,
well, it makes that ending shot literally the so, it just feels so right.
Yeah. Now, for the next question, if you had to survive with one character there in the film, who do you pick? And you could either answer this for the original film or the new one. So you could choose either or.
I mean, Barbara from the 1990. I feel like you're pretty set. So
yeah, that exact same what I was gonna say. I think you have the most survivability with that.
Yeah. I keep going back and forth on whether it would be her or Ben from the original, just because he definitely took control of the situation. I kind of lean a little bit more towards Ben from the original, just because of like how, like, he's right off the bat, he is in survivalist mode, whereas Barbara is just in shock, trying to process what exactly happened, not very resourceful. And he really, I felt like in the original, had to really kind of pick up the slack.
Does she feel like to you guys at the end more of a lone wolf type character than wanting to be with a group? So
in the 90s one?
Yeah, in the 90s.
She seemed comfortable in it. Like when she's with those military people and she's watching them shoot the zombies, she just seemed very chill, even when she fakes it. Like when she smiles and stuff. So she seemed like a lone wolf.
We are them.
Point.
Yeah. Almost desensitized. You come out on the other side of just such a terrible event, and she basically, it's like basically the end times. Like you have to be able to survive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would want to survive. Like, I don't know if I would want to survive with her character, because like what we were talking about earlier is 1 minute she's grieving her brother. A few hours later, she's a Terminator type character. And it's like, what's going to happen next? Then tomorrow she wakes up and she turns against me or something. But then with the original Ben was just from the moment he walks up, gets out of that truck, he's just grounded all across the board.
He can calm you down a little bit.
What?
He can calm you down if you start getting worked up.
Like,
hey,
whack, whack.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be like, calm down, Jordan.
Yeah.
There's no box set for you. And I go, oh, God. Now, for which of the Night of the Living Dead, this is the last question for the rapid fire round. Which Night of the Living Dead would you prefer? Would you recommend to a newcomer? Somebody new, not maybe, yeah, I guess new to the genre or something like that, or new to horror. Like which one, 1968 or 1990?
Oh, original, all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah, it's up there with, like, when you're recommending horror movies for, especially with that one, it's not super graphic. It's a good kind of entry point into gauging what you enjoy, and it's not a really long movie. I mean, it's just it's brisk. It's a classic for a reason. I would 7 days a week I would choose that one.
You do you guys feel like even with the younger crowd, the new generation, do you feel like they would enjoy the 68 version, even though it's like the tech and even the way they talked, like everything was complete opposite of what it is now? Do you think they'll be able to relate to it?
I would say for like
Steven left these things.
someone who would be like open to movies, I would say yes. But like if you're talking to somebody who they're getting their main source of entertainment from, like, 5-second clips on TikTok, I feel like that would be almost a hard sell, because just simply saying it's in black and white, I feel like they would already be clocked out. Not saying that the 90 version would be a better option, but I feel like, yeah, just in many ways, just simply saying, oh, it's a black and white film, people like are like automatically like lose interest before they even watch it. Obviously if they watch it, they would probably enjoy it, but I don't know.
Because the Lighthouse is black and white, so, and a lot of people enjoyed that. So I wonder if that's a good gateway to be like, hey, if you enjoyed the Lighthouse,
That's
the
true.
original.
Well, they do have that in color. I mean, I don't like the color version, but that is an option
For the Lighthouse? Really?
No, Night of the Living Dead.
Oh,
Actually, I have the color.
Yeah, there you go.
Kyle,
I've not seen
you're a
the
legend,
color
dude.
version, but yeah,
I
same movie.
don't recommend it, but
Really, it's that bad?
I think it takes away from the aesthetic of the film.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's nothing like a good, like, black and white, like you were saying earlier, just be all cozy, with fall, or like it's like raining outside and you could just kind of sit there and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like It's a Wonderful Life. There's both versions. I'll watch the black and white version
Yeah.
any day.
I mean, they're basically the same movie, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What's up,
William?
William?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Thanks for
Thank
hanging
you
out with us.
Yeah, man. Now, I wanted to do this segment real quick, and this is something that I added for this episode. I wanted to try see how that goes, but I wanted to do a movie rating. quick segment, and this is just us giving our letterbox rating for it. Either you already have one or you want to give a fresh one tonight. But I want to start with you, Kyle. What would you rate this out of 1 through 5?
Ooh. I'm terrible at giving ratings. I'd give it probably like a solid like 3.8.
Okay.
Where it is a good remake for what it is. It's not perfect, especially comparing it to the original, which maybe I shouldn't be comparing it to the original in the rating, but yeah, I would feel comfortable with like a 3.8, somewhere in that range. Mainly because I always like save like my 5-star ratings for like just absolute masterpieces in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would like I give those out very, very like a small amount. But I don't know.
That's a good choice, man. I know right now currently on Letterboxd it's running at a 3.3 out of 5. So that's not, I mean, that's a great rating to give it. I mean, it sticks to the original recipe. It's not bad. And what about you, Jordan?
Yeah, I would just give it a 3 out of 5. I mean, most of the time for me with Letterbox, if it's a film that I didn't hate it, and I enjoyed it. I had a good time. There was nothing that really stood out to me as this is a masterpiece. Yeah, I'd say a 3 out of 5.
And would you say would you guys agree that like rating it a 3 is enough to say I would own it? Like usually if you would give it a 3, or is it like it would have to be a 3.5 to 4 to kind of say I want to own that movie?
I mean, I own Ouija, so I don't know what that's saying. But
The lines blurred.
Where's the line? You know what I mean?
You didn't know. You didn't know. That's funny, dude. I got to check that out just to see if it's that bad.
Oh, it's bad. Trust me.
What about you, Steven? What are you rating this masterpiece?
I would give it a 4. I mean, I have the original as a 5. I think that obviously this doesn't hit quite the same heights as the 68 Night of the Living Dead, but I think that this film does a lot of things right, and I'll be curious to see if the reception to this is a little bit more kind and positive after the Steelbook comes out. Now that we'll be seeing it in what should have been probably the original vision, or at least it sounds that that's going to be the case. So who knows?
Yeah, I predict that it's going to have the same effect that when Arrow put out Jason Goes to Hell.
Right? Oh yeah,
when that came out, all of a sudden it's everyone's favorite.
Yeah,
when
everyone was a fan all of a sudden.
Yeah, so
Jason X,
Okay, I still don't like that one, but I think it's going to have a similar effect.
Which, by the way, speaking real quick of Friday 13th, for you guys watching this episode, if you're not aware, we'll drop a link of the episode by Steven, Jordan, and Chris, Bearded Film Guy. They actually interviewed the director of Jason Goes to Hell. It was an amazing, amazing video interview. So much fun. I'm so proud of you guys for doing that. It was awesome. And I'll drop that in here somewhere either in the description or in the chat for you guys to check that out if you haven't already. But just want to kind of give that shout out for that.
That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
A blast.
Yeah, I loved it, man. Loved seeing you guys like in your element and just talking to him and hanging out. And he answered a few of my questions, so it was super cool.
He was a cool guy.
Fangirled a little bit. I was like, he freaking responded. But so I want, for my rating, I want to give it a 3.5 for this remake. And the reason why is because I feel like if Savini's cut is a lot better, then it's going to go up to a 4. And it's like Kyle said, I reserve my 5s, my 4.5s for those. Like I cried. I was moved. I thought about it a month later. I'm still thinking about that film. It made me question my existence type like acting. But with this one, it was cool. It was awesome. But it wasn't like, it was definitely something I would want to own and enjoy. And I'm hoping that like his version just really like changes it. It changes the tone. Now, for the last part of this, again, for anybody getting into the horror genre or zombie type films, is there any movies? I mean, if you want to mention just one or two, is there any movies that you would recommend besides this one, Night of the Living Dead, or the original, that you were introduced people.
To zombie films?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Zombie for sure. 79
Yeah, that
film
was
from Lucio Fulci.
that's
Okay.
probably one of the greatest zombie films ever made.
If you're looking for like faster moving zombies, I always recommend Nightmare City from Umberto Lenzi. You're looking to go horror comedy, Return of the Living Dead's a great film to throw in the mix. I mean, it's obviously very different from this. City of the Living Dead's awesome.
Yeah, for me, zombie films, I'm not as well versed in as say other films, so it's kind of hard for me. I mean, obviously, I know the staples: Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead,
Burial Ground.
Burial
Resident
Ground,
Evil,
Resident Evil, all those
all of
films.
them.
Shaun of the Dead.
That's a good one. That's another good horror
That's
comedy.
That's just a fun movie. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going to say that one.
The Dawn of the Dead remake is that one is awesome, very intense. The original, same thing. It's like even
Mhm.
if you're thinking, oh man, I don't want to watch like an older movie like that, it's fun, it's great, and
Yeah. If you're a fan of found footage, there's Wreck.
yeah,
Mm.
there we
Everyone
go.
talks about Wreck. That's a great found footage zombie movie.
And then Quarantine, the American version.
I'm a big fan of all 4 Rec movies. I think they're all fun in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Very creepy, at least for the first one.
The high rise setting, man. I'm telling you, that shot when they go that first room when they go to that old lady's apartment and they look down that hallway and she's just standing there, man.
Oh yeah.
It's creepy
Fucking
as
forget
hell.
about it, man.
Dude, that
Yeah, that's creepy as shit, man. Like long hallways, being stuck high rise. It's like Evil Dead Rise, like movies like that where you're just stuck up there. The elevator's not working. You have to take all these flights of stairs. They're dark. The lights are out. It's like shit. Like that's the most uncomfortable
Well, Rec
situation.
Rec 4, like the setting is in some ways it's like more claustrophobic. I don't know if you've seen Rec 4 or not.
I haven't seen the fourth
No.
one. No.
No, it's like set on a cargo ship.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
That is a horrible place to be stuck with zombies.
Hey, there's World War Z. I know that kind of some people really like it, some people really don't, but
It's a nice
That's a-
entry point.
yeah, it's interesting because I was listening to an interview with the author of the book World War Z, and it's a completely different take than what the book was originally intended to be.
Okay.
The book was originally kind of a guide of, and it dealt a lot with the social economics and world governments and how they responded, and
That's cool as hell.
yeah, and what's interesting is the government actually hired him to give seminars to the military on how to react in certain disaster situations, taking the zombie part out of it, but like, hey, here's how you handle, here's the societal collapse, here's the steps to it, and he breaks it all down in the interview. It's really cool.
Dude, that's pretty. Now you're making me want to read that book, man. I'm gonna look it up, see if I find like a used copy or something, because
Yeah,
I love anything that has to do with that. Like that's fascinating.
Listen to his interview with Eli Roth. He did with the History of Horror podcast. He was on there, and it's pretty cool.
Dude, hell yeah. I'm gonna look that up. I might go tomorrow to like my little used like bookstore and see if I find it. Hopefully, I heard they're working on a second one, but we'll see. Because I heard it after a while there was no more talk about making World War Z, like the sequel, but then all of a sudden I think I heard something recently. I read it somewhere. They were saying, okay, it's in talks again. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, and one more zombie film. I can't think of it. Vinegar Syndrome has a release of it, and Arrow's about to do it. It's the Korean. Is it Korean? I think it's Korean.
Sadness.
The Sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's gonna be-
that is
That's a hard movie
Yeah,
to watch.
don't put that on for family night.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because that actually is a perfect segue for our sponsors. Uh, before we wrap things up, it's a quick shout out to our sponsor, Valoria Video. Big announcement. Steven actually just became a part of the Valoria family. So, congrats, dude.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you.
So, if you guys are hunting for new releases, 4Ks like The Sadness, if you want to get the 4K remake of this film, of Night of the Living Dead, you can check out Valoria Video. I'm going to pop up a QR code here, which you could check them out. You could either use my code, Face the Movies 10, or you can use Steven. Yours is After Hours Video or After Hours Video 10?
Just After Hours 10, and
Okay.
ours is abbreviated.
Okay. So use either code, you use both. It supports us, supports our channels.
Buy The Sadness for a friend.
There we go. Just buy it for a friend, watch
Spread
it
the sadness.
on family night, throw on a board game, put
There
on
you
the
go.
movie in the background.
Hey, Christmas Eve, just
Yeah.
pop it in. It's
You can watch it any time of year.
great
There we
movie
go.
to get ready for Santa.
There we go. Just check it out. Save 10%. So, big thank you to them. Make sure to check them out also on they just actually started a YouTube channel. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe, check them out on Instagram, all that good stuff. But yeah, you can save 10% off your order. So fill up those shelves. The holidays are coming. And obviously for any reason they don't have what you're looking for, don't fret, because Jordan's got a code for you guys as well. Save 10% off the movie room.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Movie Den 10.
Awesome guys over there.
Yeah, and we're friends with
both-
Valoria Video. So.
Both great stores.
Yeah, they're really awesome. And the movie room, it's hard because I'm movie room.
I think. Oh, wait, GC, didn't you tell me that there was one of these we were doing? Actually, said Jordan from the movie room.
You did. You said it once when you introduced them. I think you remember Jordan because your face, and you were just like
I try every time not to mess that up, and I was
funny.
like, "Damn it!"
Yeah.
No, they're pretty cool. They do a lot of the premium packaged companies,
Mhm.
like the Manta Labs, the Cine Museums. They get a lot of those. So if you're into those,
Yeah.
they carry them.
You got the movie room, you got Valoria Video, you got codes left and right. You're saving 10% off your orders. If you're looking for collectibles and stuff like that too, another one that I'll mention is Monster Mall. Face the Movies is a code for that. And they have a ton of cool collectibles. I know Q, the movie collector, he's in here watching. He actually got, he has a code as well. Check out his YouTube channel, Q, the movie collector, his Instagram. Support him. He got
Q's
the
the
Freddy
man.
Glove from Monster Mall. So that was kind of cool. I didn't know they had collectibles until he brought it up to me. But yeah, that's it for this little sponsor segment, the little spiel. Talked about movies, we rated them. So I hope you guys had fun. That wraps up episode 15 of Cinema Rewind. We've revisited The Night of the Living Dead remake from 1990 and a film that dares to bring Romero's classic back to life, giving us a whole new look at Barbara, Ben, the undead, and that freaking annoying Cooper. Huge thanks to my co-host Jordan from the Movie Den, Steven from After Hours Video, love you guys, and to our special guest Kyle, my returning guest, because we did the Criterion Roundtable together. Kyle from Kyle's Movie Collection. It was awesome breaking down this cult classic with you guys. Kyle, go ahead and let everybody know what you're working on, where to find you, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I am on Instagram, YouTube, obviously, and that's about it at this moment. Currently not really working on anything specifically. I know October is right around the corner, and I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I do like a 31 nights of Halloween, and so I'll be doing a lot of horror related videos in the month of October. But I think that's about it. I've been slacking a little bit on my channel lately, but but thank you so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Dude, I was so excited to have you on, man. Thank you for taking the time to come on and everything.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I know life, work, all that good stuff, prepping for Halloween. Halloween's a big month for everybody on YouTube. At least all of us in the film community. So it's a lot going into it. And dude, I look forward to having you again. Criterion sales right around the corner. Might have to do another round table and all that good stuff. But Jordan, what about you, brother? Let people know.
Yeah, man. You can find me over the Movie Den on here on YouTube, obviously, Instagram, Twitter, X, and stuff I'm working on right now. This Thursday at 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing the next episode in a series called Fear by Year, where we're going through every year of horror, talking about discussing a few films that were pivotal films and really stood out in that year. And we're talking about 1980, which there might be a film or two that's very iconic from that year. So Steven, he's going to be joining me along with Chris, Bearded Film Guy. Yeah. And we have Christian from Planet CHH is going to be on there with us, and we're just going to be having a bunch of fun there. That's kind of my focus right now. Let's see. And then kind of piggybacking off what Kyle said, he just reminded me, 31 Days of Halloween. I actually just did a video a few days ago, where I did a 31 Halloween films for the month of October. And in there is a little PDF download you can get. And I made a little calendar you can print out if you want. You can mark off each day that has whatever movie that I'm going to be watching in the month of October. You guys can follow along if you want. But that is available too over on that video if you guys want to check that out. But that's
fun.
About all I got. Did GC free? I think GC froze.
GC, hello.
I guess Steven.
Okay, well, anyway,
it's your turn. There he is.
Maybe, I don't know.
What the hell?
I was like, I don't know if I should.
Oh, there he goes again.
Wait.
Anyways, okay. GC, get it together. But okay, so trying to think. So we got obviously Jordan and I and Chris. We have Fear by Year that's coming up on Thursday. Super pumped for that. Saturday, I'm actually doing an After Dark live stream with Josh from Beyond the Grave Media. That is going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. So if you guys are looking to hang out, we're actually going to be diving into the cannibal subgenre of films. So discussing some of the more known cannibal films, and then like more of the, I would say, more obscure picks. So super pumped for that. That should be a lot of fun.
Nice. Wait, am I back? Like, am I still here? Or
Yeah, I can see you now.
okay, thank God. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I didn't miss that for some reason. I just said lost connection, but I could still see Steven and hear him talking. I lost connection when I was complimenting Jordan, and when I watched that Hingeable, and it's always
Sorry.
GC, it's so bad right now.
It's rough. You sound robotic. I really hope this comes across like live. This is great.
One last thing that I wanted to plug real quick. So I actually have that giveaway that I've almost reached that goal. I'm only, I think, like 7 subs away from hitting that. So if you guys like this video, would love for you guys to come subscribe, check that out. I have the giveaway criteria that's set up in my Instagram, so feel free to swing on there. I'm giving away a copy or Blu-ray copy of Dance or Die from TerraVision if you guys are interested. Are we gonna have to wrap this up for GC?
I think so. And there it is.
All right. Well, anything outside of that you guys want to plug, promote?
I think I'm good.
All right, guys.
How does GC end this? I forget what he says.
This is,
well,
you know,
I don't know. Be kind, rewind. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.
See ya.
All right, see ya.
Oh wait, I'm back. Am I still robotic?
No, you're good
now.
What, you got the outro?
God damn it. I didn't see anything. I just got stuck in some weird world.
That was hilarious.
God damn it. Well, I saw something about the podcast and all that, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I got vanquished. Frigging
kicked off the island.
Yeah.
Tom Savini's tapping into your internet.
Yeah, he's pissed. He's like, "Oh, how dare you not praise my masterpiece?" But yeah, I mean, I guess before I get kicked off again into the void or something, yeah, I was just gonna say, if you haven't already, check out my YouTube channel, Face the Movies. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my podcast. It's called Friday Night Fright Night. Put out an episode every week. Buddy from Cinema Whiplash on Spotify, podcast, and YouTube. We have the video versions now. Like I mentioned, guys, make sure to follow all my friends, subscribe to them, support them. It means the world that you guys show up and come hang out with us every week. It was awesome breaking down this cult classic. Am I robotic? Is that what's happening? Or no? Like Steven. God damn it. This is horrible.
Let's just.
All right. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.